Yo. What's up? What it is, Edwin? My man Edwin in the building. One here ready to go live tonight, for real though, y'all. I ain't gonna lie. Look like it's a slow day in the news. But, we can always make something out of nothing. Make a mountain out of molehill. Make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Oh, goodness. Hold up, y'all. Gotta get my coffee right. So everybody can stay up through the night. Proud of what it is. We is back. Straight up. Hey, y'all. What's up with old? What's up? Yeah, man. Remember when I told y'all, right? Y'all remember when Shannon Sharp did that goofy ass shit, right? With the Michelle thing, right? And I was telling everybody, I said, y'all, that shit wasn't real. That was a play. He always do that. So I was telling everybody that, hey, stop it. So I was telling everybody that was a play, right? And people was like, yo, what you mean? What you mean? That's Shannon Sharp. Well, he already got clout. He don't need to chase no clout. And I was like, man, y'all must don't understand how this clout thing works. It don't matter how much clout you got. What it is, G More 410. I said stop. And stop barking until I come downstairs. It pissed me off with that. And I was like, yo, it don't matter how much clout you got. Now in this day and age, they always want more. It's like a drug. So let me show y'all. So Cam Newton, who made a lot of money playing football. I mean, I don't even understand the need for a podcast, but it is what it is. You know, everybody think this is an easy way to monetize, so everybody want to be a part of it. Man, appreciate it. This dude keep doing that shit. So everybody want to be a part of it. So anyway, Cam Newton. So now let me before I get to Cam Newton. Y'all been saying what's been going on with Dwhite and his ex-girlfriend. Now I've been paying attention to it, right? But I would never do a video on it because for one, I don't give a fuck if the man gay or straight. And for two, it's like a female type conversation. You feel me? Like you got his ex-girlfriend or ex-wife saying this thing, another girl saying that. So I ain't getting involved in that. So Cam Newton interviews, I think the girl named Joyce, the one that was on a reality show. And y'all, why would this man ask her about Dwhite Howard's sexuality? Everybody already know what's up with Dwhite Howard. Yo, but it's like I don't get that for Cam. I don't get that. Like, yo, you don't have to go that route, bro. You ain't gotta go that route. That shit goofy as a motherfucker. So let me show y'all what's going on with old Cam. Like and I said that to say, it don't matter how big these people are, how much money they got. You can't put clout chasing past nobody. Can't put it past nobody, man. These niggas is ill. What the fuck? They be posting anything. Just show my motherfucking screen, man. Fucking unfollow her for that dumbass post. You got Go, Tasha K. That was you geeking. And then we got ICE, y'all. ICE agents is at work. They is at work. Full throttle. What else we had? ICE at work, full throttle. You got Ynw Melly. Y'all remember Ynw Melly case? How many people was over here when I was covering that case? And I was telling everybody, I don't think that case strong as it people might think it is. Well, one of the most important details about that case was the ex-girlfriend. The state thought the ex-girlfriend was a star witness, but she never came to court. Now, they ultimately ended up finding this girl. Yeah, yo, but that shit, I can't get with it. Like, you would think that he too big for that. Like, oh, you don't gotta do that, my nigga. You already rich. Fuck you chasing it on the internet for. I don't even like the fact that all these people want to start YouTube pages and shit like that for real life. You know, this was a lane that was created by the average Joe. You know what I mean? For the most part, even me at one point, niggas look down on the internet. Now, since everybody think it's a way to get money, everybody want to participate. Now you got all the corporations, everybody jumping in on it. But in the beginning, it was the average Joe. People came to the internet to get away from mainstream. You know, because mainstream media got watered down. Now mainstream media coming to the internet. But let me show y'all about Dwight Howard, motherfucker. I mean, not Dwight Howard. Cam Newton. I'm not feeling it. I think this is extremely goofy. Extremely goofy. Mo. So the title is Dwight Howard's, ex-boo Royce Reed claims she allegedly witnessed him in a bed with men all the time. They took mushrooms together in the bed, moaning and touching themselves. Like, come on, Cam. Come on, shorty. Check it out.
I mean, we already here. Is he gay?
You know, he would like my finger.
Aye. Have you ever witnessed him being with another man in the bedroom?
Yeah, all the time. They took mushrooms together. And then they were like in the bed moaning and like touching themselves. Yeah, but they said that's an effect of taking mushrooms.
What's Sunday best? How you get you
They are upstairs in their rooms with the nanny.
I think what the problem is whatever the float your boat, you do that but keep the kids out of it.
When this would happen, it was like late. So they were like done for the night.
Emotes,
you asked if they were men in the room, and yeah.
I mean, we already here.
Like, yeah, I don't understand this.
Is he gay?
I don't get this from Cam. Like, for what, bro? For what? It's like what you did a whole interview to bring up there to talk about Dwight Howard. Like, I don't really get that from y'all.
I've never liked that.
I mean, we already here.
Now, J.R. Smith called him out. Respectfully, this is hella corny, Cam. Bringing on a black woman to kill a black man is never cool. Don't care who's right or wrong. All clickbait ain't good clickbait. This ain't love. Call it what you want, respectfully. I don't go back and forth for no comments. I ain't hard to find. Come on, bro. Now you trying to stand on it. Like, come on, I swear I can't stand these guys, man. I can't stand them, y'all. That man said respectfully. See, y'all, what I tell y'all, when a person know they wrong, this is how they reply. When he know what he did was extremely goofy. Extremely goofy. Right, yeah, you're right, Hardmo. He is like a Nick Cannon. But I don't think Nick Cannon would have replied like this. Call it what you want respectfully. I don't go back and forth for no comments. That's always people reply when they know they wrong. He ain't say nothing wrong. J.R. Smith didn't say nothing wrong. He said respectfully, this is hella corny, Cam. Bringing a black woman to kill a black man is never cool. Don't care who right or wrong. All clickbait ain't good play. This ain't love. Yo, what did he say that warrant this response? Like he making it sound he want to fight about it or something. I don't get it. What did he say to warrant this response? Shit, this shit probably get worse. I can't like the niggas is going out sad, man. I'm telling you, y'all, somebody, this shit is financed. He didn't think on his own. You know what? Let me bring up Royce to talk about Cam Newton. Nah, man. Somebody pointed him in his direction.
We already here. Is he gay?
You know, taking mushrooms. Where the yeah. All the time. Already here. Being with another man in the bed. And then they were like in the bed moaning and like touching themselves. I think what the problem is whatever the
saying that he owes.
Nah, I don't respect that shit, Cam. I ain't gonna lie, yo. That's clowned out, my nigga. That's clowned out. Extremely clowned out.
Oh, Miss Royce.
You wanna see how bad this shit gets?
What
the fuck that nigga trying to be Wendy Williams or something? What does Royce want from this interview? I want to know. Shit, let's find out what does Royce want from this interview. What the fuck do Cam want from this interview? That's the bigger question.
What do you want from this interview?
He do, Chelsea.
So for me, it's more about being silenced. And I said before, it's about being silenced into submission. And that's the problem. It's not even about my situation in particular, but I have spoken to so many women that have been now in my DMs and telling me about their situations. And some it's not, kids aren't involved, you know, it's parents or it's, you know, an ex-husband or even an old boyfriend, you know what I mean?
Right.
Just, it's the fact that when someone has so much power over you and you become like the ant fighting the elephant.
Woman in those trying times.
With respect. As an equal, as a partner, not a sponsor. That's not why you got in that relationship, or it shouldn't have been.
Mm. Now, when you say you've been silenced, that's a very powerful word, but in what way and who?
I was
this though, because from the video,
I just don't get this from like as a black man, like yo, I don't understand it, yo. I don't like this is like extremely confusing to me. How much money did Cam Newton make over his career? How much money did Cam Newton make in his NFL career?
$133 million. According to SportingNews.com, Newton played 11 seasons in the NFL, reportedly earning over $133 million from his contracts. His biggest contract came from the Panthers in 2015, a 5-year deal worth over $103 million.
Come on, bro. Come on, my nigga. And you resort to this. This was a fucking great idea. I'm gonna get up here and I'm just going like yo, I don't respect it. And I ain't no Dwight Howard fan or nothing. You feel me? If that's the life he living, he need to, you know, let that shit be known. And I think he has let it be known. But for Cam to do this, I think this is low grade podcasting. I don't give a fuck how the set look. This is low grade, low morale, goofy.
Videos that I saw on TikTok, and I quote or might misquote, but it was something on the lines where you mentioned there were sexual acts that he wanted you to participate in and said you didn't feel comfortable, but you still did it anyway.
Yeah.
Do you care to?
That was when we first started like having sex. Like when we first met, like when we first started.
I don't even know. That's what I'm saying. Like I've been, I forgot the beef about something. He said something on an interview. She said something back on Instagram. Like it's a whole bunch of bullshit for real. That's why I ain't never cover it, because like I don't feel comfortable. If I couldn't do a video on that and feel comfortable. Like I feel like a bitch. Like what the fuck am I doing discussing this? I'd rather discuss what the fuck Cam doing. You know, that suits me more than what the fuck her and Dwight Howard got going on.
So this was like back in like probably early 2005, because he didn't hit it like early. But I'm just saying. But yeah, like early 2005.
What was it about that you didn't? Everything was consensual.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. But I was very green, and that's what I think people miss, because they talk about our age gap.
Which
like,
is what?
He was 18, I was 24.
Okay.
But if people like have ever listened to me, I say all the time, like, I wasn't allowed to date until I graduated high school.
Okay.
I went to prom and homecoming by myself. My mother was a chaperone.
Let the Holy Ghost get in. Yeah, all right, now praise God.
Hit that like button, y'all.
So
hit that like button. Don't forget we go live every day at 11 p.m. Eastern time. Subscribe to the channel if you're new.
I started having my first relationship in college, and I didn't know how to navigate that.
Okay.
I lost my virginity to rape. At knife point. I started having sex with the guy I was talking about when I like met Dwhite.
I'm not interested in that.
No, well, I mean,
get $150 in bonus.
I just want to see how far you going with this shit. For real. How far did you take that?
No. Because that's a strong. This out of all this shit that we talking.
I am, but you know, this is something he wants to try, and I'm like, maybe this is how you explore sex. So it was. He was 18. I was 24.
Okay.
All right.
But homecoming by myself. My mother was a chaperone. At knife point, I started having sex with the guy I was
Project
talking
Baby
about
Productions.
when I met Dwhite.
The knife point.
No, well, that happened. Like, so knife point happened. I got.
Yeah, it's obvious, boy, you're right. You got to see what's really going on. Like he didn't bring her up here, man. I can't see him reaching out to her like, hey, you know what? It'd be good for you to come on my show. Whoever pulling the strings for this motherfucker brought her up here to talk about this dumbass shit.
Started dating my boyfriend that I thought I was gonna marry.
Okay.
Yeah.
And that was Notebook.
Yeah.
That you was texting.
Yeah.
Okay. Now we at.
So now we are at. This is like number 3.
Yeah.
I'm going to go ahead and say 4 because I think I had a.
Look, this the thing, y'all. Men, like I said, I've been watching this shit. You feel me? Men don't involve themselves in relationship drama. You understand what I'm saying? Like that's something women do. So as a man, you ain't gonna reach out to her to get to the bottom of what the fuck her and Dwight Howard got going on. Man, hell no. If you been robbed, run. Call the police. Do something.
In between there, I feel like I did. I'm pretty sure I did. So I'm gonna go ahead and give.
So you on your 4th body?
Yeah.
All right.
Okay. And you know, I'm like, he's like green just like I am, but you know, this is something he wants to try, and I'm like, maybe this is how you explore sex. So it was.
Yeah, it's dirty work, man. It's dirty work.
I didn't like it.
Like you said, his ass questionable. I mean, but matter of fact, now I'm thinking about it, the way he dressed, you know, he pushing the agenda his goddamn self. So I can't be surprised that he'll go this route. I mean, he with the play, like Bullfrog said, he with the play. He with the play. She probably an airhead, man. She was a cheerleader.
You know, he would like my finger.
Aye.
I've never liked that.
Putting on a whole card. He probably need to smoke cigars for real.
I mean, we already here. Fuck it.
Mm-hmm.
Is he gay?
I think he's curious.
Have you ever witnessed him in some gay shit. Curious is one thing, but you ever witnessed him on some gay shit?
I have never.
The fuck you mean curious is one thing? The fuck is you talking about? Like what are you talking about? What you mean curious is one thing? Curious is the only thing. The fuck you mean? Like where do they find these guys? They don't even know what the fuck he talking about. Curious is one thing. No, curious is the only goddamn thing. The fuck is you're another man. You ain't got no business being curious about another man unless you fuck with other men. The fuck? Nigga crazy, man.
Witnessed him doing it, but I mean.
No. Because that's a strong, this, out of all this shit that we talking about, because you can't say that without.
Well, I don't want to say, okay, you ever been in a house where you're like, how did we all
around be
get
asking
here?
for itself.
You know, like it is such a variety of people. And like you would never probably even speak in like just the regular world. It was like that. And this was at party night. And let's even back up a little bit. Christine had left because she found out that Dwhite and I had started messing around.
I just want to see how far he take it. Like that, I'm intrigued. I don't give a fuck about the conversation. I'm intrigued to see how far this black man is going to take slandering another black man. That's the sole purpose of this video. The sole purpose. I want to see how far he take this shit, so I know where to put him at forever. You know what I mean? Like, you know, once a motherfucker show you they is, believe him. So I know where he always belong forever.
She had no idea. And he tried to pull us into the room to have a meeting. And he said, y'all want to pull out y'all toys? And she was like, what? You know? And I was like, what the fuck? Because that was his introduction into trying to have one of them. No, well, I guess, yeah. But I was saying the polyamorous thing.
Okay.
Yeah, but
that's still a threesome.
I know, but I
okay.
Well, yeah, if he's asking about toys, but anyway, she ended up leaving like I think the next day because she like lost it. I was laughing. I thought the shit was funny because I was like, why would you even try me like that?
Was you intrigued?
No. Mm-mm. And I've had a threesome, but no.
With him?
No.
Ouch. Damn.
That's a lie. Yeah.
You did?
I did.
I was about to say. Thank you.
That's why that girl linked on his ass. This the same motherfucker that didn't understand when the girl linked on him about all these fractured families he creating.
But only him? Huh? No.
What's up, all out?
Ouch.
I've had two. But I don't lick marbles. Mm-mm. I don't lick marbles.
Well, we done talked about it all. When you say marbles, what the fuck are you talking
like,
about?
I'm not ever going down on a girl. I'm never.
That's a marble?
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Yeah, so you don't eat pussy.
I was like, oh, no. I don't even like hearing it like that.
What's your word? Vagina?
I don't know. Just eat me out. Coochie? Or something like.
If you bet on a player to score the first touchdown and instead he scores the...
I don't know, I don't know if we can reverse this shit, yo. Like, I think this here to stay. Like, this type of slander or entertainment or content, whatever people want to call it, I think this is here to stay, man. It is only gonna get worse.
Oh. But no, I'll never do that.
Breathe.
Yeah, I'll never do it.
Okay. So, back on track. The parties.
Yeah.
All right. Have you ever witnessed him being with another man in the bedroom?
Yeah.
Yo, this nigga crazy. Yo, what the fuck? Yo, wow. That's why I said I want to see how far he take this shit. This nigga is wild.
They took mushrooms together. And then they were like in the bed moaning and like touching themselves. Yeah, but they said that's an effect of taking mushrooms. I didn't take them. I pretended to, but I didn't take them. I spit it right out.
That's what I'm saying.
Why would I take mushrooms?
Why you want to know? Why is that
even? I don't even know you like
why
that.
do you even
the same
care?
party or a
No,
party?
this was. I'm sorry. I'm like, yo, this is jumping around, but this is actually
this is a conversation amongst females. There's not a conversation that a man should be having with a woman. So that's why the lines getting blurred, yo. And you see a lot of sucker shit like the Aunt Glizzy with the shit he doing over there. Motherfuckers is co-signing that because of this. Yo, this is not manly. If you watching this, y'all, this is not manly behavior. This is a conversation that's supposed to be had amongst women.
I want to say the first, second, third day we were there.
This was still quarantine.
Yeah, but it was like way in the beginning.
Exactly.
When they tried to get all of us to take mushrooms. It's like way in the beginning. It was.
Wait, he was dressing at the motherfucking
like
games.
The second day.
I always thought, all right, shit.
Okay, now this is another question that sparks concern. Where the fuck are the children?
They are upstairs in their rooms with the nanny.
But part of me is like, that's fucked up. But another part of me has to keep it a buck. You were a part of that too.
Yeah, it was quarantine. Everybody was chilling. Everybody was outside in their own yard. Like, come on, everybody was probably puffing. You know what I'm saying? Like, that was not a problem.
When did the beef start?
I don't think that's the problem.
So this nigga crazy.
I think what the problem is yeah, substance is cool.
Between me and Dwhite?
Yeah.
Oh, that was like, remember around the show? Between me and Dwhite?
Yeah.
Oh, that was like, he's a psychologist in the Bahamas.
All right, stop. Now, with that, it's like, was he in the States?
No, he was in the Bahamas.
All right.
And maybe he couldn't travel.
Damn.
I did see that. My little cousin told me I should did a video on that.
During quarantine? What? And he stayed on the beach?
You seen that documentary where they documented like these?
Don't ruin it for me.
No.
Oh.
It's a documentary. It's kind of like it's on Netflix where like these two couples or this couple was dating and they go somewhere, but they get stuck because of quarantine. And a date started, and it's like a love story.
Oh, okay. The way you set it up was like somebody ends up dying.
No.
Between me and Dwhite?
Yeah.
Oh, that was like, remember around the show?
So that was older. That had previously happened to you, all the while knowing this is damage that has been done, but you still go back.
But again, we're talking about before 2009.
Yeah, but it don't matter when it happened, though, Royce.
I know, but again, somebody just died.
Yes.
And this person is calling you devastated.
No, I'm not.
And like losing it and claiming like he's just this changed person and what his plans are in therapy and begging for forgiveness. Like, it's been how long? And again, you've been punched. You got to remember, like, I'm being punched. It can't get any worse. Like, shit. I'm
punched, not literally punched with like just the emotional tactics.
Yeah.
Right, talking about shit that happened in 2009.
And you're falling for them. Like,
well, that one, yeah. Because I wanted all the other shit to stop. But the physical abuse between us, like, I was one of them people who said that I would never go back. And I did twice. Made sure I said that. Even though, I had broken up with him or whatever, got back up so you can just walk away. And he don't let you stop.
Man, that's enough. I can't fuck with y'all. I'm a wild ass nigga. I never fuck with y'all ever again. Like, I can't get with that, yo. Like, as a man, yo, it's what he doing ain't no different than these academics. Like, yo, it's like they pay these people. It just amazed me how so many people is willing to take the job. Like their sole purpose is to tear down other people. Like what Dwight Howard do to him? Dwight Howard probably ain't done nothing to him. Like what have Dwight Howard done? It ain't like he out here like on DJ Academics time or Charleston White and he fuck with Charleston White. It's not like he's attacking people that's doing damage to the community. He just attacked the man for absolutely no fucking reason. Dwight Howard ain't do shit to you, bro. That shit goofy. I agree with J.R. Smith. But this is his reply to J.R. Smith for people that didn't see it. This is reply to J.R. Smith. Call it what you want, respectfully. I don't go back and forth in no comments. I ain't hard to find, sir. The fuck out of here now. Man, that nigga just beat you up. Cam Newton fight. Nigga beat you up at the football game? Now he ain't hard to find. I think I took up for your bitch ass this time. Never again.
Take a look. You can see Cam Newton. Can you make him out there trying to fight off multiple men? The former NFL quarterback was taking part in an invitation-only camp.
Nigga pop the shit out of his dumb ass.
This happened over the weekend. Camp staffers and security officers eventually stepped in to break this up. It is not clear what led up to this fight, but people are investigating. Police, I should say, are investigating.
Yeah, he beat him up, yo. I think I took up for his ass. Nigga, the one little kid popped the shit out of his ass, though.
He may have been outnumbered, but over on social media, people are impressed, saying, Mr. Cam Newton held his own. Y'all better watch out now. Y'all know who you running up on. Hey.
Man, fuck, I don't fuck with yo. Fuck yo forever. Goofy ass nigga. And I ain't no Dwight Howard fan at all. But I don't respect Goofy. Like that's not content to me. That's goofy. That's clown shit. It's clown shit, man. Y'all, but yo, did y'all see this? Look at this, y'all. Rapper Dank DeMars has filed a multi-million-dollar lawsuit against Lyft after a driver denied her service due to her size. Like, come on, lady. Like, oh, this is ridiculous.
Make you think I can't fit in the car?
Yeah, I'm sorry.
What makes you think I can't fit in this car?
Because the car is small in the back.
My best friend has a Benz that's newer than this that I can fit in. That's the same size.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I can't.
So you really telling me I'm too big to get in your car? So I gotta order another Lyft.
And to be more specific with you, I
think Lord Tim was out of line for doing that interview with Vlad TV. I think some of the things Lord Tim said gonna end up in dirt trial.
What I got to do with your tires?
And I think it was intentional.
Yeah, and you have no space.
How you know I don't have no space?
I wouldn't, come on now. That's a standard size vehicle. Like she don't know that shit can fuck up your struts, his motherfucking shocks. Like, oh, come on, lady. Like, and now she's suing, and she probably ready to get a whole bunch of money too.
No space in the back.
How do you know I don't have no space?
It's all right.
Because I tried people.
Huh?
Because I've been in this situation.
So every big person you turn down because they can't fit in your car?
Yeah, because they need to order the Uber
Damn.
XL.
You know what? I don't never have to order Uber XL. Make you think I can't fit in the car?
Now she's suing. I don't think yo was wrong. He probably lost his job for that shit, man. Yo, probably more than likely he probably lost his job for that. Look how big this lady is. Oh, she's fucking humongous, man. So Lyft reached out. We're disheartened to look at this driver unacceptable behavior. Please DM us at your earliest convenience for additional support. We like to address this as soon as possible. So she ready to get paid behind that. And I don't think he was wrong. The fuck? I ain't go. I mean, I'm just saying, like, they got XL vehicles. Like, why would you order a standard vehicle? Knowing good and goddamn well, fuck around be too big for that bitch. That's some of this show. Look at this though, y'all. Fucking Al Sharpton. Over 100 National Action Network members led a buy-in to support Costco after the company denounced it was sticking to its DEI policies. Y'all, can people stop that? Yo, DEI policies doesn't benefit Black America. Why are they trying to force people to believe DEI means black? It's more about gender equality in the workplace. You know, the LGBTQ community. Like, are people gonna hire who's qualified? And then it comes off like it say like we ain't qualified for job. I just don't like it. But look at this. With all the things going on in the world, look at Al Sharpton. That's why I don't fuck with y'all. He worked with the feds before anyway. He's an enemy. He's not on our side. And all the things to get people rallied up behind, this is what you choose. Like all the people got together for that shit. I don't fuck with y'all. I just hope people gotta stop being fooled by that. That does not mean black. It don't mean black at all. I don't know what's up with Javante Davis, but Javante Davis tripping. Oh, ICE agents, y'all, is they not playing, man. They sending motherfuckers back at high rates.
Good evening, I'm Elliot Rodriguez.
And I'm Lauren Pastrana. CBS News Miami's Chelsea Jones spoke exclusively to that husband. She joins us from outside the detention center in Miramar with what he's asking the president to do.
He wants the president to let his wife stay in this country. He tells me their 11-year wedding anniversary is on Friday and that his wife was in the process of getting her citizenship. This is an exclusive first look at one of many ICE raids happening in South Florida Sunday. This one happening in the neighborhood of Brownsville.
Went up in there and did whatever they wanted. They turned off the cameras, excuse my language, and then they took my wife.
This man who wished not to be identified says his wife is from Venezuela and has lived.
I don't have no, like, you had to know this could happen. You know, one day, she's been illegal for 11 years.
In the United States for a few years. She was one of 3 people taken from this home. I'm told the 2 others were men who worked in construction. You see them here. This video, only 1 minute and 52 seconds long. We do not see his wife being removed from the home. But this is a picture of her that he keeps in his wallet. Her name is Vianis Ramirez, and he says she was in the process of becoming a United States citizen.
She already had a court date. She was good. Everything's good. He just came in and they snatched her.
These are pictures from the Department of Homeland Security detaining other undocumented men and women in Broward County.
It's despicable what they're doing right now. It's very...
And that's why, you're right, you can't go nowhere and stay without getting your citizenship. Nowhere. But it's like over here, they look at Evelyn, a Democrat. It's not harassment and stalking. It's laws. It's laws that's put in place.
Embarrassing.
President Donald Trump arrived at his Trump National Golf Resort in Doral Saturday, set to host GOP leaders for a conference.
I don't feel bad because she been over here for years. She been over here for years. And the man said what he was going to do. And they're not just targeting her. They're going everywhere.
Agents have been showing up to multiple places around the city of Chicago. Fox 32's Nate Rogers joins us now with more details on the agency's operations. Nate?
Absolutely, Tia and Dane. Good evening to the both of you. The border czar was in Chicago today. Tom Homan visiting various neighborhoods, according to sources. Agents were spotted in Albany Park, Garfield Park, also right here in South Shore. ICE has confirmed operations beginning today. We spoke to many residents who say they're now on edge.
They noticed us because we kept an eye on them.
Federal agents surrounding a home here at 99th and Commercial. It happened early this afternoon.
It was about, like 5 unmarked cars. And at first, I thought it was just the police. And then they all just came out. And then I seen his badge, and I was like, oh, wait. It's really ICE.
Why is they putting them in the car with handcuffs on?
This Citizen App video showing more agents in Garfield Park. On X today, ICE saying they're, quote, conducting enhanced targeted operations in Chicago, enforcing immigration law, preserving public safety and national security by keeping potentially dangerous criminal aliens out.
No one opened the door, luckily. Yeah, but they were out here, like 5 minutes, if that, and then other police officers pulled up, and then everyone just scattered.
Also on X, Mayor Johnson saying CPD was not involved, and his team is working closely with officials. A top police source telling Fox 32.
If y'all notice, why are all these Democrats fighting to keep them here? Like, you got places like Baltimore, they are fighting to keep them here. Like, why? What's the real motive? What's the real agenda? And a lot of them are black Democrats. Like, they fighting harder for them than they would ever fight for us. I don't get it. I don't like it. It don't make sense to me.
Although CPD was informed of general locations for the operations, there is no collaboration. CPD is not given specific addresses, names, or violations.
I voted for President Trump. I like President Trump. I like his ideas. But I think on this issue, if anyone deserves papers, it's these people that have been here a long time and they're working and they aren't paying their taxes.
Back here in South Chicago, it's unknown who agents were looking for. Jesus Gonzalez has lived on the block 30 years. He says his neighbors are great.
They're targeting the wrong people. People are afraid to go out. People are afraid to go to work. That's not right. That's not what America's about. America's about living the dream.
They be putting up this shit.
And tonight, Fox.
Look at this. Baltimore Mayor Brandon Scott, immigrants. Look. Legal options explored to protect residents from ICE. Like, yo, what is this,
Scott
man?
says federal immigration law is one thing, but his focus is on reducing crime in Baltimore, saying he doesn't plan to change anything about how Baltimore police go about protecting city residents.
Salute.
Mayor Brandon Scott asked at his Wednesday press conference if he's been contacted by the Trump administration about immigration raids.
No, we have not received any further communications.
And whether Mayor Scott has issued any directives to city agencies about these raids.
I have not.
On Tuesday, the U.S. Department of Homeland Security released a statement stating the secretary would end a Biden administration guideline that prohibited immigration raids and arrests in or near so-called sensitive areas. The statement reads in part,
the fuck is a
criminals will no longer be able to hide in America's schools and churches to avoid arrest. The Trump administration will not tie the hands of our brave law enforcement and instead trust them to use common sense. Mayor Scott's response to this directive:
we'll look at every legal option that we have to protect our residents, period. But we will not be doing anything illegal.
Mayor Scott explaining that Baltimore is not a sanctuary city and underlining the limitations of his powers.
I am not the president of the United States. I can't control ICE, and the president can send forth his agents to do as he pleases as the commander of them.
Still, he says the city won't be asking residents about their immigration status.
BPD and my officers are focused on preventing crime and violent offenders here in Baltimore City, and they will continue to do that. And they will not be focused on enforcing a federal immigration law.
Trump's border czar has previously said that mayors could be prosecuted if they don't cooperate.
I think that we understand that that's a possibility, right? And for me, that's not something that scares me at all.
Mayor Scott says
these niggas crazy. Oh shit. Fuck I just did. Y'all, we got a whole school.
Hello, I'm Mindy Becerra from 11 News. Welcome to WBAL TV's YouTube.
We got a whole school, right? In Baltimore where the kids was at war with the Hispanics. Patterson High School. Oh shit. Where the fuck is that video at? Here you go, right? This is about this situation.
Today, a multi-$1,000 reward is being offered after the shooting death of a Patterson High School student. In response to the recent act of violence, community members are demanding change. Hello, I'm Nikki Zizaza. Welcome to those of you watching on CBS News Baltimore and on WJZ TV. Classes have resumed today at Patterson High School after 16-year-old Isaiah Carter was shot and killed on Monday. Carter was found shot before dismissal on Monday.
So the black
Investigators
kids,
say the gunman and other students who were there.
the black kids beef with the Hispanic kids in school. End up with this boy getting killed.
It's time for us to all work together as a community. That school is not just that school, it's our school. This is our community. And whether the children are being shipped from other areas or not, they're here and they're in our, care while they're here. And we want to make sure that we keep the kids safe and deal with the trauma and re-traumatization that's happening.
Meanwhile, the search for the suspect.
I don't see no problem with it. I'm putting to an iPad in high school. It was a video where the parents was talking about how the kids is at war with the other fucking kids. It's like then they only put them in our neighborhoods. But we over there fighting for them. Like, yo, we be fighting for people that'll never fight for us. Like, that's the shit that kills me with black people. Let me see something. They'll never fight for us. But we over this bitch fighting tooth and nail. Let me see something. Look at us. How many immigrants came over during the Biden administration?
According to BBC.com, since January 2021, when Joe Biden came to office, there have been more than 10 million encounters. About 8 million came over the southwest land border with Mexico.
Come on, y'all. Come on now. 8 million? 8 fucking million? Get the fuck out of here, man. Patterson High School kids at war with the Hispanics in Baltimore.
According to PattersonPress.org, Patterson High School celebrated Hispanic Heritage Month from September 15th to October 15th, highlighting this year's theme, Pioneers of Change. The celebration ended with a special event on Wednesday, October 16, 2024, from 5 to 7 p.m.
That's right. Police say that they had to track this man down because he was trying to flee the country. So they worked with authorities out of...
Killed the little kid and was ready to flee the country. Like, this is the stuff that's going on, y'all. And it's crazy. I did a video 2 years ago trying to warn people like, yo, I don't know if y'all paying attention to what's going on. Yo, but they flooding our communities with these Hispanics and it ain't going to end well. Who remember me doing that video a long time ago?
Track this man down because he was trying to flee the country. So they worked with authorities out of southern Texas to find him. Witness information led to an arrest more than 1,000 miles away from the crime scene. 23-year-old Roger Alvarado Mendoza was allegedly trying to flee the country when he was caught. He's accused of killing 16-year-old Isaiah Carter 2 weeks ago at the park near Patterson High School, where Carter was a student.
The recent uptick in youth violence is not only troubling, but it is heartbreaking.
The murder, a tragic reminder of the level of violence that continues to plague the city. It's an issue that city leaders are attempting to address.
We're seeing a lot of these incidents happening around schools during school time, right after dismissal, shortly before, right after they arrive. But also as we move into spring break, into the summertime, how we can make sure that we're doing everything that we can to prevent this from happening with our young people.
In the immediate aftermath of the homicide, the mayor's Office of Neighborhood Safety and Engagement mobilized inside Patterson High School, speaking with dozens of students about violence intervention.
And had very targeted interventions with young people that we know were at the highest risk of being either a perpetrator of violence or a victim of violence. To be really clear in offering them opportunities and or sharing with them what the consequences of not making the right decision should be.
This ain't the video.
And this week, city leaders will be back at...
It's not a video. It's a video I'm trying to find where the parents was talking about the things that the kids was going through at the school, beefing with the goddamn Hispanics. I don't see no problem with what's going on. I don't. Because if they don't stop it now, it's going to become a bigger issue. It's going to become a bigger issue.
And to talk more about
that's how Compton, California got the way it is now. Because what happens is when they first come over, they docile, you know, they quiet, you don't hear. But when they get their numbers up, they start causing problems. That's what happens, man. It's the same old story. So why sit back and allow it? And they only put them in black communities for the most part. So we the ones got to deal with it. So why sit back and allow this shit if you know where it's already going to hit?
Taking the time. Good to see you.
Good to see you. Thanks for having me, Natasha.
I want to ask you
I know. And that's another thing too, boy, Frog. Our people not committing all them crimes. But when they talk about it on the news, they never explain the fact that these are illegals. These are illegals. These aren't American citizens. So it just get looked as if these are black kids. You know, the same old criminals. You know, they still out here committing crimes, but the whole time they be out of towners. They be immigrants.
Number coming down in just the last 10 minutes or so. ICE reporting 956 arrests today. And that is more than 3 times the number of arrests we saw yesterday. What are your comments here?
You know, it is. I think we're actually seeing what this new administration has been talking about, you know, in the course of the last couple of years now, is that they were going to take action on day one, and they did. And we're starting to see that expedited operation as far as looking and locating criminal illegal aliens that are in the country right now. And that's really what people need to understand, is that we're looking for criminals. And I say we're talking about law enforcement across the board, but most importantly, federal agencies such as HSI, Border Patrol, DEA. They're looking for the worst of the worst in these communities. And I can't see how anyone would even dispute that, how they would not want anyone or any law enforcement agency to remove those public safety threats from the community. So we're seeing that right now. But really what really stands out to me, though, is for one, 2 factors. One, we're seeing more of an expedited process in looking for these criminals. And 2, we're seeing transparency, which we didn't have in the last 4 years. And I think that's what really highlights the work that federal agencies are doing, also law enforcement across the country, when they're making these type of arrests, that the American public actually understand what type of people are in their communities and what they're wanted for, what type of crimes they committed. So that in itself, really, that transparency really highlights the work that's being done. It really shows the importance behind it.
Yeah, to your point, who does not want violent criminals out of their communities? And the numbers completely reflecting that. The vast majority of Americans absolutely support the removal of undocumented violent criminals. I want to get your take. Last hour on Prime, we had Major General William Enyart on our show, and he commented on the reported arrest quota that is going into place now. 75 arrests per ICE field office per day. Let's take a quick listen to his response to this quota.
Anytime you put a quota on a law enforcement officer, that's a bad idea. Law enforcement officers are supposed to use their discretion.
They put quotas on prison numbers. See, that's what I'm saying. Like, hey, but like this shit that be tripping me out. They put quotas on prison numbers for privatized prisons. We need these prisons working at 90% capacity. They always put quotas on police. Now it's an issue. Like, man, get the fuck out of here, man. Always put quotas on police. End of the month, what they do at the end of the month, y'all? Start pulling you over for nothing because they got to reach their quota. But see, a lot of times, they talking to people that don't know how things work. So they just take this information in, not knowing, yo, they've been doing this for decades. It wasn't never a problem. Now it's a problem now. What's up,
and
Lord?
by forcing them to make arrests, you're simply asking for the use of their police powers. They're all good people and they work hard. I should say almost all of them are good people and they work hard. But, you know, when you're put under that kind of pressure, you make mistakes.
What is your take on this?
Well, I mean, I do agree to some point that he made there as far as when you do have a quota, you do force law enforcement to reach that quota, there is going to be mistakes made. I'm not aware of any quotas that are being set by federal law enforcement. I'm unaware of that. What I can tell you, at least from our end in Texas, our law enforcement, our state troopers, our criminal investigators, we don't have a quota. We want to prioritize public safety. We want to go out there and do the job and really focus on just traditional police work, and that is looking for criminals. And I'll give you a prime example. This past Friday, our special agents arrested 2 criminal illegal immigrants that were from Mexico, and they were wanted for sex crimes of children. I mean, these are the worst of the worst that we're trying to remove. So as far as quotas, I mean, I'm not aware of any quotas from any law enforcement agency. Obviously, I wouldn't be able to speak on that. But I can tell you from law enforcement in general, we don't have quotas. We want to prioritize the safety of our communities and that's looking for criminals. But again, obviously mistakes can be made when there is more pressure. But again, we need to focus on what's the most important thing right now, and that is trying to remove these criminal immigrants from these communities.
Come on, Lloyd.
Yeah,
you know what
Homan
it
has
is.
said absolutely criminals
You know what
first.
it
He
is.
has also said there
They got quotas. They always had quotas. Always. At least as long as I can remember.
Is a certain number, a limited number of these criminals. Do you feel with a quota of perhaps 75 arrests per field office per day that non-criminals will start to get caught up in this?
Well, I mean, I think Tom Homan made it very clear is that that's why you need cooperation from elected officials and from law enforcement across the country. And the most advantageous process would be is arresting criminal illegal immigrants that are in the jail right now as opposed to being released. And now you have to go look for them in a community where it's much more dangerous for the officer, much more dangerous for the migrant themselves and for the community. And also, Tom Homan said it very, very clear as well, is that when you go look for these criminals in the communities, there may be other illegal immigrants that are associated with those criminals that are subject to removal as well because they're in the country illegally. So the best process is to avoid all of that conflict is to work with law enforcement, especially federal law enforcement, and actually have these individuals that are in the jails right now before they get released and have them removed. That'd be the much safer process, the much more common sense process to actually remove some of these criminals from the country.
Thanks for watching. Go to join and
I don't see nothing wrong with it. I don't. That's messed up, yo. That his wife had to leave the country, but you know, it's a process. We can't just go anywhere, whatever the fuck we want to go. It's a fucking process. They want everybody else to follow the rule. All right, so look, y'all. So the other day I covered this case, right, out of my city, about an 11-year-old girl being killed by her mother. And I don't know, yo, it's like we always have these instances. where they dropped the ball. From what I understand now, it was several red flags about this mother. Several red flags. This it right here. Check this out.
Residents in Middle River are still searching for answers after 11-year-old London Olson was killed last week inside her home. Her mother was arrested. Police say she strangled her daughter.
It's an innocent child, an innocent life that was snuffed out way too soon. For what? For no reason.
Well, today we're learning more about our mother, Kiana Dillon's criminal history. Fox 25's Rebecca Pryor live digging deeper into the events leading up to the little girl's death and questioning what red flags may have gone ignored. Rebecca.
Yeah, Mary, a mother accused
I can't stand these
of
people,
her
right? Because red flags always get ignored. But let you make a mistake. Let a good parent make a mistake or some unforeseen circumstances. Man, these people be breathing down your back. But when you got people calling up about a parent that's endangering their child, they always seem to miss them. Shit is crazy.
Beth, clearly this incident in and of itself, it's
Yeah, for real, no heart.
disturbing.
You ain't
But
lying.
tonight, so were some of the red flags that might have been missed.
As the family of 11-year-old London Olson grieve an unimaginable loss, questions remain over what led up to the tragedy.
Y'all just don't even know.
Before she was accused of killing her own child, 34-year-old Kiana Dillon, convicted of attempted murder as a teenager, then following her release, convicted of second-degree assault and accused of threatening to burn down her cousin's home. In the complaint from December of 2021, her cousin calling Dillon dangerous, violent, and a threat to society. Ultimately, Dillon never showing up to court, triggering an arrest warrant that years later was never served. Police blaming the misspelling of her name and no listed address, although in dispatch audio from the day of the deadly discovery.
Is this the same address you went to earlier? Yes, I was. The mother we were looking for earlier is 99.
An officer heard giving a 1099, signaling he knew Dillon was wanted.
I knew she was a little off.
Neighbors also claiming this wasn't the first time police had been called to the house.
The cops said that they just got a call 3 or 4 days ago for a SA at this location, but they didn't believe it to be true.
Today, Baltimore County Police requiring Fox 45 file a formal information request for any recent 911 calls and the amount of attempts officers made to reach Dillon, delaying when we'll receive answers. A BPD spokesperson only willing to say contact was not made with the suspect before the homicide occurred. Weighing in,
had that warrant been served, I have no doubt that she would have been out almost immediately. And so that would not have prevented any crime.
Sergeant Betsy Smith with the National Police Association says warrants for low-level offenses are often low priorities for short-staffed police departments. She was much more disturbed by the videos of Dillon.
Y'all gave my daughter HIV, or my 11-year-old is running around with HIV.
Posted to social media in the days leading up to the murder.
People in her friend circle on Facebook were seeing them. Did any of them report them to the police?
Olson's aunt claiming she reported them to the Department of Human Services, but says by the time a welfare check arrived, tragically, it was too late. DHS not commenting on the case, citing federal and state privacy laws. Meanwhile, it's also unclear if the school system could have intervened. Unbeknownst to Olson's family, BCPS says she was unenrolled in 2023. BCPS claiming all protocols were followed, but wouldn't say where she went.
This is literally a case of getting lost in the system. This is why bureaucracy doesn't help children.
Tomorrow, the family has planned a public vigil at the home around.
Fucking 11-year-old girl, man. That is crazy, man. Fuck, you kill your child. What's this right here?
The family grieving tonight after 11-year-old London Olson was killed inside her Baltimore County home. Fox 45's Keith Daniels spoke with the victim's aunt and uncle who say they reached out several times about London's mother, now her accused murder. Keith?
Wakai family members say London's mother had moved with the children without giving family members the address, but they say because the mother was on state assistance, authorities knew how to find her. But after a frantic search, they say they're not only dealing with the loss of a loved one, but also, in their words, a failed system. In South Baltimore, a family in mourning for their loved one, 11-year-old London Olson. Her family, including her uncle, Brian Wilson, her father's brother, gathered Monday for funeral arrangements.
It's been tremendously heartbreaking for all of us.
What's more heartbreaking for them, the little girl's mother, 34-year-old Kiana Dillon, arrested and charged with first-degree murder in connection with her daughter's death.
Kiana does not belong in prison. Kiana belongs in a mental institution. She was not a bad person. She was definitely not a bad mother.
Both sides of the family
and what the fuck happened?
After what they call an unthinkable tragedy filled with pain.
This shouldn't have happened. It's coming from a place of pain, a place of hurt. The system failed.
I can see that. I can see that.
It shouldn't have happened. You know, like
Baltimore County Police found London's body in her family home on Firethorn Road last Thursday. Before that day, in fact, days before, family members say they tried reaching out to local authorities, including Child Protective Services, alarmed, they say, by Dillon's behavior days before.
There was repeated attempts to try to get her some help, get the kids help, and it just came too late.
Their concern escalated, they say, after seeing Dillon's social media posts made early last week, disturbing words from the mother about her daughter, including this one.
You gotta watch the rooftops, man. You gotta watch them. They got the mark of the beast. I'm trying to tell you. And this is how I know. Lift your head up. Show your head. The mark of the beast. They touched my kid.
What the fuck, yo? See, I'm telling you, yo, people don't like. I know women be, yo. It's them videos, man. I'm telling y'all, them videos that these women is watching is radicalizing them, man. Now, she probably already had some issues. But I told you I went to her page. She watched them fucking videos about the stars and the moon and Jupiter spins around the earth at the, like, all that dumbass shit. You know, that shit, if you don't understand it, that shit, man, people ain't ready to have that conversation. But that's a conversation that really need to be had, for real.
So we call Child Protective Service. So we call the
right. That's what it is. That turret shit.
You have to call this. You have to call this agency. You have to call this number. You have to call everyone.
It's on Facebook.
Us to other people.
Finally, she says,
we ain't get to that yet.
Someone at CPS.
She wanted documented proof.
Proof of what?
Of the things that we were telling.
Right, Charlene.
So she wanted proof. She gave us an email address and emailed her the proof of what was going on. So we did. We tried. Days before. And the day that it happened, we finally got a call back that morning. And when she finally called us back, it was too late.
Kiana was a good mother. And the only explanation for this would be that, you know, she had a mental break. Kiana took care of those kids very well. All of them.
I don't understand.
Well, we did reach out to the Department of Human Services for comment on this story. They say because of strict confidentiality laws meant to protect the privacy of children and their families, they simply cannot comment.
The fucking mark of the beast. Yo, she's just what is she talking about? That's what I'm saying. Like, yo, that type of stuff is dangerous, man.
I'm trying to tell you, and this is how I know. Lift your head up. Show your head.
What is that? And this little girl. That's just sad, man. I don't see nothing either. I don't see anything. Look like maybe a bruise or something. Like, I don't see anything. I don't even believe in that shit, yo. But once you start watching them type of videos, it's happening on TikTok. Let me see. Once you start watching them type of videos, the algorithm feeds you.
Amazon home finds.
The algorithm feeds you that shit.
Compact bike tire pump.
I don't know the name of them. I tried to look it up before so we can have a conversation, but I don't know the name of them.
Everything I say is the truth.
How the fuck you search on here? The fuck, stop. Stop, bitch.
So for the people that don't know what
How do you, I don't even know how you search on this motherfucker. Hold on.
Are you filming?
Hi, ma'am. How are you?
Good, how are you? Are you filming?
Who are you?
Oh, here you go. What they call, what's the name of them videos, y'all? Is it Turret? Cosmic Energy? It's these videos that's doing that shit. Yeah, these are the videos right here.
Universe is not out there, it's within you. I gave y'all a download earlier today. When I say earlier, I mean that was like 5 a.m. I've had time to sleep on it since then. But now, I'm standing 10 toes down on what I told y'all. The more I sit with it, the more the dots connect. I need y'all to feel this, so let's break it all the way down. Before I do, let me go ahead and say this. I just told you that I sat with it myself, which means you cannot come correct me about something that I feel. You have a different perspective. I am open to
Listen to this shit.
Mind your manners in my comments.
You can't correct me about something I
We
feel.
got that out the way. Let's break down the word.
Yo, feelings are, how the fuck you stop this shit?
This comes from a line in a
Feelings are just feelings. What you mean you can't correct you about a feeling? That don't mean it's fact. Fact versus feeling. But this type of mentality, y'all, is dangerous. It's dangerous, man. And nobody wants to admit it.
in a song or poetry or something like that. Together, it literally means one song, one line, one flow, whatever you want to say. If the universe is one song and one vibration, where do you think it's playing? 'Cause it ain't just out there floating in no damn space. What even is that? I mean, the water? It's within you. It's vibrating within you because you are the song. Remember, as above, so below, as within, so without. Cosmos in your being is the same energy and the same.
The fuck is she talking
Bodies
about?
are like basically mini universes. Look at our cells. Cells literally move like little galaxies.
Like y'all, this, and this the thing, y'all. Once they go this route, this all they see. The algorithm feeds it to them. It feeds it to them. So it look new moon portal.
Ready for a cosmic upgrade? This 111 new moon portal today, November 1st, isn't just a new moon. It's a powerful transformational gateway. Unlike typical new moons, this portal doesn't just bring renewal. It shakes things up completely. It's like a doorway to something much bigger, inviting you to live the life you're truly meant for. The energy around you? It's intense, like a magnetic pull, pushing you to explore parts of yourself you've yet to discover.
Yo, what, y'all women, black women, stop watching this shit, man. Stop watching this shit, man.
So I recently made a video about how I feel like these weird energy shifts, and y'all, the crazy part is I've been seeing so many other people making videos saying that they feel the same exact way. It's literally so weird. It's like an unexplainable feeling, but it's like you can feel that something just changed, like something shifted. When I tell y'all, it's like it's a feeling that I just cannot shake. And I'm just tripping and seeing that
Yeah, straight up,
so many
man.
other people felt the same shift that I felt. Like, that is insane.
It does cause you doubt. Hey, you questioning everything around you. Hey, you questioning your family, your relationship, your life. It's dangerous. And see, that's the thing. They never provide context. You know, context is everything. So people will watch these videos and start implementing it in their life, and it doesn't. Your life is already fine. Ain't nothing wrong with your life. Your life is great. But listening to this shit, I have you thinking some more others thinking that you not where you supposed to be in life, and you gotta cut everybody off and focus on yourself. Next thing you know, you didn't fucking what's the word? You didn't now you're negating your responsibilities. Man, it's dangerous. You get trapped in a psychosis. It's dangerous, y'all. And I'm telling you, every time I cover a story where a woman had crashed out, or not even a woman, a man, then crashed out and then hurt their whole family. Matter of fact, what's the one guy name? He just got locked up for it because some of the people in his little congregation killed somebody. It's similar to what Charles Manson was doing. Yeah, because they're not providing context. Like everything these people say don't apply to your life. You know, it doesn't apply. I don't like nothing about it. And they making money selling this shit too. Hidden powers of locks. Black woman, because denouncing myself. What the fuck is this?
I just want to go on record to say that I am no longer a part of the Miss Independent Don't Need a Man community. I am embracing my femininity.
All right.
And
ain't nothing wrong with what she talking about. You are God. Solange knows as the mystic. What? Yo, this stuff is crazy, y'all. I told y'all, look, on that girl page, right? Hold on, let me show y'all. Let me show y'all. When you go to her page, I showed it in the video. The fuck was her name? Fuck was that girl name? The fuck was her name, y'all? Let me show you.
Residents in Middle River are still searching for answers.
It's an innocent child, an innocent life that was snuffed out way too soon. For what? For no reason.
History. Fox 25. Well, today we're learning more about our mother, Kiana Dillon's criminal.
Kiana, it wasn't her last name. Wasn't Dylan on Facebook though. It was Kiana something else. Watch this. Kiana Dillon. It wasn't Dylan. It was Kiana something. I put it in the video I did. Dang. Why I keep doing that? Matter of fact, let me go to the video I did so I can show y'all what I'm talking about. Her fucking post. I gotta get my charger too, y'all. Hit that like button, subscribe to the channel if you new, y'all. There you go. That video shit did way better than that. What it is. YouTube is fine.
Now, and that video.
Let me show y'all. Let me show y'all. This is what she posted.
This one.
Ezriel, bride of Yeshaya, daughter of the Most High and only true, whatever angel of death, very much alive, has returned. I got a better picture. Oh yeah, but this the video that somebody sent this to her. Listen to this conversation. What the fuck are they talking about? What are these people talking about? Listen to this shit.
Kruger, your physical body gonna take all that damage. You don't know how to defend yourself. Before you get to astral projection, you gotta get to lucid dreaming. You gotta master being able to master your dream state. Cause that's the fourth dimension. When you master how to fly, how to move shit around in there, then you may be able to go to the astral state. That's why I was telling you, Kaya, in the comments. I'm like, look, master your lucid dreaming, master how to move around and operate in there. Then I'll show you how to go from lucid dreaming into the astral. It's a quick little boop, 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 blah, blah, blah.
And I give you a great herb to go ahead and start taking to help with that. Mugwort.
It helps to reconnect to the dream state. Yes, indeed. You will lucid dream.
You can smoke it and you can drink it.
Yup. You will lucid dream. I guarantee it to everybody. Before you get into astral projection, master the dream state. Because the dream state is how you become consciously aware of how you're fully, what you're fully capable of. Because in a lucid dreaming state, you're able to communicate with everything within yourself. Yeah. You're also able to fly. You can connect to your powers, your abilities. You can even call on your ancestors to come into the dream state with you. That's more like say if you're playing tag, that's base. Okay, you gotta go to base and look around and see what the fuck's actually going on before you try to go out there and.
Now I added all this extra shit to the video.
Really get and play freestyle, because you just go out there and you get tag buddies niggas, you're done, and nobody's coming to save you.
I don't know if this will.
Yo, what the fuck was they talking about? Do anybody know what they talking about? Like, yeah, I've covered at least 7 cases like this where people, men and women, they did outrageous shit to their children, put them in cages and wild things. And every time I go to social media, those posts are on there. It got to be a connection. There's no, because it keeps happening. There's no way I keep saying this and it's just by mistake. No, it has to be a connection, man. And that's what we got going on. And women that likes it, that want to watch it, they won't never admit it. But I'm telling y'all, if your girl or your boyfriend, husband, wife is watching this type of content or whatever you want to call it, get them out of it. It's dangerous. It's dangerous. If they don't know what they're watching and they just internalizing it and taking it for what they see it as, ain't no telling how they gonna use it. It's no telling how they're rationalizing it in their mind. Like, I don't know if what they're saying is true or not. I'm not interested in knowing. I ain't gonna lie, I ain't trying to get that deep. Like that shit that they talking, that's beyond the Bible. That's beyond the Torah. That's beyond the fucking the Quran. I'm good. You can keep that shit. I don't want nothing to do with it. It's dangerous. It's dangerous. And I know a lot of women love it, but it's dangerous. But Look, y'all. So Honeycomb, Brazy, and Finesse 2 times squashed their beef, y'all. They squashed their beef, which is a good thing for them. They got him on.
You would definitely.
They got him online talking.
Me, bro. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. You know how I go busy, real low though. You know it from the
Montana.
heart. You know what's up.
I already know. And this shit ain't, like I said, this shit ain't no internet shit or nothing. Like, this shit just, I feel like I've been wanting to tell you that it's just crazy how this happened right here. I ain't think he was up. I ain't think he was up on God.
Yeah. But get what though? You know what's up, bitch? That real bitch. Everything silent. You know what's up, big bro.
I hope the folks don't,
I don't care. They know what's up. Hey, I'm hoping to get out this bitch up and hit this shower a little bit. I love you, though. You hold it down.
That stuff could be real, but yo, whatever that is, it's powerful. Whatever it is, it's powerful, and everybody don't know how to comprehend that level of thinking or knowing or information, whatever you want to call it. It's just best to just leave it alone.
Hey, keep on.
Hit the shower, bro, behind this shit.
Yeah, open the phone with that shower, though. I got to.
Nah, he on the phone with Brazy right here. But this the guy that put it together right here.
Hey, bro, I love you, bro.
I love you.
He the one that put it together. I think he from out of Alabama. But some of Brazy homeboys, they ain't too happy about it. Yeah, see, that's them talking on live. Look like they're having the time of their life. But some of Brazy homeboys they ain't really happy about it, man. Honeycomb Brazy, ex-artist, chimes in on the news of him and Finesse squashing the beef.
That's the end of it. I don't make a post about it. Fuck them. That's the end of it. Nah, bro. Hell nah, nigga. My mama done died.
You said that was old?
Too much. Hell nah. You
well, this ain't old right here.
2 times me. I ain't going. Yeah, man. Nigga, I know sucker, man.
That conversation wasn't old, James. That conversation new.
Cause I ain't never tried no disrespect. Now I even sent you money for your kids for Christmas. Fuck you talking about. Man, your own niggas ain't even do that. Come on, man. Your own mama probably didn't do that when you were young, man. Nigga that took care of you for Christmas, man. It's crazy, bro. Like, I don't know what's up with that nigga. It's kind of hard to explain this nigga. It's crazy.
Hey, y'all, but for real though, he kind of got a point. This is almost like the Cam. This is almost like the Cam and Mace and Jim Jones situation. This the thing, y'all. If all right, this how this go, right? Because I think people be forgetting this. Say if you my man, right? All right, say I got a friend, right? I got a friend that you know through me. So me and that friend fall out. Mind you only stop fucking with him because I don't fuck with him. So me and that friend fall out and somehow we get back cool. I gotta make sure I gotta bridge that gap between y'all too. Because that's flawed. I'm only beefing with y'all because you beefing with y'all. Now you cool and you never squashed the problems that we had. Nah, man. And I think that's where Shorty coming at with it. Just like I think that's where Jim Jones was coming at with it with Cameron. Like Jim Jones ain't never had no beef with Mace. His beef with Mace was he ain't like how Mace was treating Cameron. So now you back fucking with Mace and you don't even, you know what I mean? You don't link us up, you don't do nothing. And I think that's where yo coming from with it. Even though it's petty.
Yeah, but like I say,
it's petty, but I understand it.
But then, like, bro, I just kept it solid with you, gang. You just gotta turn in, bro. And boys, like, that's the end of it. I'm gonna make a post about them. Fuck them. That's the end of it. Nah, bruh. Hell nah, nigga. My mama done died. I done went through too much. Hell nah. You ain't finna goddamn for 2 times me. I ain't going.
Yeah, man. They got no sucker, man. They got no sucker.
2 times me, bro. Like, cause I ain't never tried no disrespect. Now I even sent you money for your kids for Christmas.
What you talking about?
Fuck you talking about?
What's up, Austin?
Man, y'all.
All right, so let's get to the Ynw Melly, y'all. So do y'all remember the Ynw Melly trial ended in a hung jury? And part of the reason it ended in a hung jury is because of this girl. Well, if you let the state tell it. Ynw Melly ex-girlfriend Mariah Hamilton, the daughter of state witness Felicia Holmes, was arrested while re-entering the country on Sunday. Now, the state believes that Melly was hiding her. See, this is her right here, the ex-girlfriend. Now, she never testified in the first trial because they thought Melly was hiding her. And Melly had supposed to told her that he did that to his friends. I think that was the information. But I'm going to go to the interview after this so we can have, I don't want to be wrong. But yeah, she is locked up on an out-of-state warrant, no bond, because they are holding her for court. Which is crazy because I don't think Melly trial started until what? What was it, October? When they say Melly trial started, y'all, was it October or November? I know it was at the end of the year. His trial actually gonna start around the same time Dirk trial start. Dirk trial start October 14th.
I think I want.
So this is the interview. Let's check that interview out. What the fuck the mother name was again? Felicia Holmes, Crime Network. Felicia Holmes, Law and Crime Network interview. Relationship Holmes, the fuck out of here. CIA. Yeah, so I think he supposed to told her. I think he supposed to told her that he killed that girl. Hit that like button, subscribe to the channel if you new. I don't know why he's still locked up, Mo. I think
guys haven't seen.
I think Melly getting a raw deal. I really do. I think he getting a raw deal. Yeah, I don't know either. Yo, you can't run from these people, y'all. Like, yo, when they talking about murders or the federal government, or you're not running from these people, not forever, because eventually money runs out, money dries up, and you're gonna be getting caught. Now she ran the whole trial. She said she wasn't running, but they're gonna explain it all right here. The reason why she said she didn't want to participate is because of how the prosecution was treating her mother. Like, her mother got locked up at work. Like, all of it is dirty. Check it out, though.
Or her for me because
Hit that like button, y'all. Subscribe to the channel. If you need, don't forget to support the platform, y'all. Cash App Baltimore Swag. I don't think she's gonna tell either, but she gonna have to say something.
I'm currently wanted.
Mariah Hamilton, the ex-girlfriend of accused murderer Ynw Melly, sits down for an interview with us to talk about the case, her relationship with the rapper, and why she never appeared in court. Welcome to Sidebar, presented by Law and Crime. I'm Jesse Weber. So anybody who follows Sidebar knows that we were pretty heavy in covering the Ynw.
So this is when Law and Crime first got the introduction into the hip hop community. I don't fuck with them. I ain't know they was a plan at this time.
Ynw Melly double murder trial out of Broward County, Florida. This was the case of the rapper, real name Jamel Demons, who's accused of shooting to death his two friends and fellow YNW group rappers Christopher Thomas Jr., or YNW Juvie, and Anthony Williams, or YNW Sack Chaser. The two men were found shot to death on October 26, 2018, after Melly's co-defendant, Cortland Henry, or YNW Bortland, pulled up to the hospital. But the problem was, Miss Holmes feels Melly had something to do with the murder, the shooting. And while she offered to bail him there, and then he said he thinks Sack Chaser and Juvie are dead. Then she says she saw Melly at this guy Fredo Bang's house. Important. Well, Mariah Hamilton's mother, but there was one significant absence. Someone who was mentioned but never appeared in court. Ynw Melly's former girlfriend, Mariah Hamilton. Now, why is she so important? Well, Mariah Hamilton's mother, Felicia Holmes, told police in December of 2018 about a FaceTime call between Melly and Hamilton, her daughter, right after the shooting, where, according to her, Melly said someone shot the car up, that a car was coming behind him, that presumably the shooter or shooters were hiding there, and then he said he thinks Sack Chaser and Juvie are dead.
I agree.
Then she says she saw Melly at this guy Fredo Bang's house. Apparently, Fredo picked him up after the shooting. And while she offered to Melly to stay with her after all of this happened, she says Melly went to a video shoot after all this happened. Then at some point, Holmes says that her daughter told her that Melly was threatening her and that she feels Melly had something to do with the murders. Hamilton even talked to
I think Law Crime set him up. At the time, what I was saying of this interview was they're going to use this interview at trial. If they can't get her, they're going to use this interview. Because Law Crime Network with the system. I think we know that by now, especially over here. We know the role Law Crime Network plays in criminal cases. You know, I think we can all see that now. You look how they doing with Diddy. Whatever the narrative is, that's what they running with. That's their purpose. Their purpose is to be the loudest voice in the room on anything involving these criminal cases.
Enforcement about a text from Melly where he allegedly says, "I take lives." Hamilton also addressed possible tension that Melly may have had with one of the victims, and follow-up reporting indicates that might have been Sack Chaser. Now, this is important testimony, right? This is important evidence. But the problem was, Miss Holmes' sworn deposition years later in 2022 was not consistent with what she told police in 2018. In fact, when Holmes took the stand in Ynw Melly's trial, things got heated, basically accusing the government, from law enforcement to the prosecutor, of threatening her and her daughter, Mariah Hamilton, to testify against Melly.
Did you have
see, y'all, this is a prime example why you never cooperate with them people. They're not your friends. Here it is. She thought she was doing something noble, and they locked her ass up, threatened her, treated her like she was a fucking suspect. You never cooperate with them people, man.
Opportunity to read the statement you gave in 2008.
Yep, they did. I forgot they did have on the back.
I read the statement. Okay. I don't recall. I don't remember anything from that statement, but I do remember my deposition from December 22.
Were you honest and truthful with law enforcement when you spoke with them?
I would hope so. I mean, it was 2018. I went through a lot during that year, so I'm not sure where my mindset was at that time. I do remember that they kind of bullied me and threatened my daughter to take her to jail for accessory after that. I do remember that.
When you first took the stand, you said, "I feel threatened."
Yes.
That's fucked up. They couldn't do that. That was a lie tactic. But if you don't know the law, they can trick you like that.
Who do you feel threatened by?
Christine Bradley, the prosecutor.
This prosecutor.
Yes, I do.
So with that in mind, we here at Law and Crime had the unique opportunity to actually interview Mariah Hamilton herself. Again, she never appeared in court. Now, in our interview, she was accompanied by her attorney, Christopher Barris. This was in his law office. And also her mother, Felicia Holmes, was there as well. And we asked her some questions. And with that, let's play you our interview. Mariah Hamilton, thank you so much for coming on. I think I want to start off by just saying I'm so happy to see you and meet you, because it's been kind of I think a lot of people wanted to hear from you. I think a lot of people were expecting to see you at the trial. And there's been some issues in terms of what's been happening with the police. If you can explain to people why we haven't seen you or heard from you.
You guys haven't seen or heard from me because I'm currently wanted. I've tried to get the warrant lifted plenty of times, but it's just been like a constant battle with my lawyer and the prosecutor. So I've just been, laying low, trying to get the warrant lifted before I could even come in and, speak my part.
Let's talk about that. So, and by the way, you are in your lawyer's office. Your lawyer, Christopher Barris, is off to the side. He's going to come in a little bit later. Yeah, so I saw that it was only, I think, yesterday or the few days before, you filed a complaint against the lead investigator in Ynw Melly's trial, Mark Moretti. And you basically accused him of bullying you and harassing you into providing testimony in this case. What can you tell us about that?
When the situation first happened,
they're gonna make her tell. They just gave her no bail. They no bailed her. So they gonna make sure she in court now. She ain't got no choice. She gonna be in court. They no bailed her. In court, and from what I understand, I don't think court is until what, October, August. I know it's at the end of the year.
Well, I was starting. I was 17, about to turn 18. They came to my house. They were telling me that they were going to arrest me with accessory after the fact. My mom didn't know what to do. I was young. I didn't have a criminal record. I didn't have a background. I was trying to go to the military at the time. So
dang, fuck the whole life up.
I had to just tell them what they wanted to hear so they could, leave me alone, which I thought they would leave me alone, but they didn't. So, yeah.
Why did they think that you were a part of what happened?
Because I was his girlfriend at the time. So they thought that I knew more than what I was telling them that I knew, which I didn't. So they were just harassing me, being that I was his ex-girlfriend or girlfriend at the time. So,
when you say Mark Moretti was harassing you,
she made some mistakes in this video. I'm gonna play the whole thing. If I can remember correctly, she made some mistakes and said a little bit too much on some of these questions.
Saying to you, what was he doing?
When he first came to my house, it was so unexpectedly. I had put up with my cousin, and they were outside my house, parked. I'm like, I was confused. I'm like, what's going on or whatever.
Yeah, let's get to 100 likes, y'all. We need 40 more likes.
I have to talk to them.
144K.
They're threatening, saying that you're going to go to jail. So I'm like, oh my gosh. I ended up telling him my story. I told him what I knew. He told me I was lying. Basically. He told me that I knew more than what I was telling, and that he was going to, he could arrest me for accessory after the fact. So we end up he wanted me to get on the tape recorder.
That like button, y'all.
Tell him what he wanted me to tell him, so which I did.
Yeah, she said.
After that, he was like, they wouldn't bother me anymore. I thought they wouldn't.
She said a little bit too much.
They were still calling.
This whole interview was set up by the fucking prosecution. See, I don't think most people still don't know what Law and Crime Network is. Everybody ain't dig deep into them like how we did over here. But Law and Crime Network is with the system. They're with the system. Prosecutors made them reach out to her, man. I guarantee you. Well, I can't guarantee, but I wouldn't be surprised. I'm going to say that. If the prosecution made them reach out to her.
And my mom asking for me, I refused to talk so many times. And yeah, I haven't really talked to them ever since then, since 2019. So, yeah.
And now you said that there's an arrest warrant. It's still out. It's still outstanding. Why?
This the star witness in Melly case, supposedly.
About this.
Because I just want people to know that I'm not running because of any money or anything like that. It's because I don't want to go to jail for
y'all. They got text messages. And that's why they think she know more than what she know. They got text messages from, I think, the mother phone, one of their phones. indicating that some money may have been offered for her silence.
Something that I did. I don't want to go to jail for something that I didn't do or something that I'm not a part of. I just feel like people's looking at my side of this. They're looking at me wrong, and that's not what it's. What they're showing is not true. Basically,
you want to clear the record. So you file this complaint against Mark Moretti. What are you hoping happens there?
I hope the judge can lift the warrant off me, and I don't mind coming in to talk. I never mind coming in to talk. Me and my lawyer tried to go in to talk on so many occasions, but I was always threatened with, if I don't tell them what I want to hear, what they want to hear, I'm gonna go to jail. So it's like, I never went to jail before, so that's my main concern right now.
Oh, I get it. Let's talk a little bit about Ynw Melly. So first of all, how did you meet him, and when did you meet him?
I met him. I was 15. Yeah, I was 15. I met him through mutual friends. It was my homecoming night. He had just got up.
So this interview was done after. I don't know how they convinced her to do this, but this interview was done after Ynw Melly got a hung jury
program. Yeah, he had just got out of a program. We met through mutual friends. He was like, his friend was telling me that he wanted to see me after homecoming. So me and my friends was like, okay, we'll link up with you guys after homecoming or whatever like that. So instead of us going to after homecoming, you go to after parties, we end up hanging out with them. And ever since that night, me and him just been cool. We just been close ever since then.
Was it like love at first sight? Like you thought he was attractive, or like?
I wouldn't say me, but for him,
he was.
I guarantee he was an officer or something. He worked in some type of legal or police field, because he does this often, where he try to bait people in. Like, this is a police tactic. Talk to you real nice at first, butter you up a little bit, then get to the hard questions. That's how they do.
He gave me weird.
She booked now. They just locked up today.
I thought he was weird. My friends was like, he just really likes you. I'm like, I don't know, but it was cute.
Yeah, he gotta be something like that.
At the same time.
Well, you were so young, right?
Yeah. I was 15. I was 15 and he was 17, I think. Yeah, he was 17. Oh, yeah,
what's he like? What's his personality like? Because I think there was a lot made during the course of his trial about his demeanor, smiling in the courtroom, praying, kissing up in the sky. What's he like?
He's just he's different. He's a very outspoken person.
Hit that like button, y'all. Let's get to 100 likes.
But he's
subscribe to the
really
channel.
Different. He's always
on the way to 50K,
lighting up the room, regardless. If he's even going through something, nobody would tell because he don't show it. He shows
Chelsea,
it.
you ain't lying. They probably is gonna put somebody in her cell. They definitely gonna put. Hey Chelsea, that's a good point. They fuck around is gonna put somebody in her cell to see if she'll talk about that case, because she definitely seemed naive. Definitely. Good point, Chelsea.
Differently. So he's different from. He's different. He's goofy. Yeah.
What was your relationship like with him?
We was good. Our relationship was good, but we had some bad times too. I wouldn't say
Melly,
it was
but
awesome.
This is the thing, y'all. Melly, that's why you don't put women in your business. She wasn't supposed to know nothing. That way, if they ever came to her, she could legitimately say, I don't know nothing. And don't be lying.
Always good. We had our differences.
No, it's not hearsay. If it came from her mouth,
any other couple
definitely if it came from Melly mouth to hers, it ain't hearsay.
But our relationship was good. We was like best friends. He'd tell me anything. I tell him anything. When I'm going through stuff, he'd be there for me. When he's going through stuff, I'd be there for him. So yeah.
Are you guys currently talking at all, communicating?
Type of question is that, man?
No.
Is it because of what happened?
The fuck type question is that? See, so saying little sneaky questions like that. The fuck type? Come on now. You know she ain't supposed to be talking to motherfucking Melly.
I honestly, it's not even just because of what happened. I just think, you know, it just might not be the right time for us with the relationship part as of right now. So yeah, maybe we could come along in the you know, in the meantime or in the long run in the future. But as of right now, I'm trying to get myself.
Hearsay would be Melly telling somebody, then somebody telling her. Benzo is coming straight from Melly. It ain't hearsay.
Together, and I know he have a lot going on, so it's like.
Has he tried to reach out recently?
No.
A big part of this case
is third-party information.
Is it possible Ynw Melly would shoot his two friends? And the question became, you know, is he violent? Have you ever seen him violent in any way?
What you mean Florida courts don't work like that? Hearsay.
He's a very goofy person. I don't think he would be violent. I don't think he's a violent person at all. Like, he's never showed any violence towards me. So, no. And
you ever see him?
Loved his friend.
You ever see him with weapons or anything like that?
No.
That's why they trying to get her to testify so bad. If they thought this was hearsay, they wouldn't label her the star witness.
The accusation that he was part of a gang, what do you make of that?
Look at him, yo.
He never showed me that he was a part of a gang. He never told me, like, hey, I'm a part of a gang, or I'm this, I'm that. Like, the things that they were talking about.
His co-defendant got arrested for sending her he supposed to be the one that orchestrated the money play. That's why his co-defendant got back. That's why Portland got back booked.
I was new to that as well. Like, I didn't know of him being, however they're trying to paint the picture of him being in the gang. So.
Did you ever hear of any of those people that he was communicating with, that they say he was communicating with?
I heard about them, but I just thought everybody was just all friends, close friends. Like, I was never a part of, he kept me out of anything that he ever had going on. So, they were like,
when you say that he kept you, in other words, was he on his phone talking? People were like taking phone calls away from you, or not making sure he didn't see your phone? Nothing like that.
No. I had his password to his phone, so
Portland ain't lost yet.
He would never walk away while he's on the phone to talk to anyone, not in front of me.
No.
So in other words, if he was part of a gang, or he was talking to people who were part of a gang, that's something you would have known.
I would have known, yeah, and no.
Man, these questions came straight from law enforcement. like I think Vlad questioned the Lord Tim, came straight from law enforcement.
I want to talk about Sack Chaser and Juvie. What were they like? You know, I really just want to get an understanding. Their lives were lost. It's a tragedy. What were they like? What was your relationship with them?
They were like family to me. They were like my brothers. They always made sure I was straight. Anywhere we go, like his shows, to the studio, anywhere, they made sure I was straight. Like, made sure I had something to eat. Like, if I had to go to the bathroom,
okay, gotcha. I figured he had to be something like that.
Brothers to me, honestly, and I've never had brothers before, so I really appreciated that a lot. Like, even when there was times where, you know, if it was an altercation, they'll make sure like I'm okay. They'll make sure I'm straight. So I really appreciated that a lot.
Did Melly ever have any problems with them? Because there were accusations that, you know,
I see what you're
jealous
saying.
of him. There might have been financial problems, money problems, anything like
People
that.
have a hard time beating that case.
No.
Because actually, Melly lawyer pointed to Melly defense was basically that Portland did the shit. Like, that was his whole defense.
No, not at all. Like, he loved them. They went, them two out of everybody. It's a whole bunch of people a part of YNW. Them two, they were there everywhere he went. Like, anywhere he would go, he would make sure
Yeah, Bortland.
He'll make sure they're
not
part of
Bortland.
his budget. He'll
Melly
make
and
sure
Sack
they got a
Chase
flight.
supposed to have been
He
beefing.
was just always helpful to everybody. So yeah.
But that was the issue with this case. The issue with this, it was a couple issues with this case. One, they didn't have a real motive. So what the state did was floated like 4 different possible motives out there, but they never really keyed in on this is why it happened. So that can leave doubt in the jury. And for 2, I told y'all about the car thing. You know, Melly had homeboys that said he was in the other car, that he wasn't in that car, and they couldn't disprove it. They couldn't disprove it with solid facts.
Mariah, do you think Melly killed Sack Chaser and Juvie?
Yeah, I know. Yeah, my bad, Lord. I got you.
What makes you say that?
Because he treated them
Yo
like
went for
they
the
were
guts,
his
though.
brothers, like they
The
all
fuck?
had the same mom and the same dad, which they didn't. But he never showed a sign that he didn't like them. He didn't want them around or anything in that sort. So that was just odd.
If he didn't do it, do you have a theory about who did do it?
Yo, this nigga crazy.
No, I don't.
Yo.
I don't.
Y'all the fuck do you ask those questions with a straight face? yo, these people vicious. Like, how the fuck do you ask that with a straight face, man? Yo, these guys, man, they diabolical with this shit.
What have you met Cortland Henry?
Yes, I did. Yes, I have.
You know they gave him a script.
He's cool. He's like a brother too. We're both Aquarius, so you know sometimes we have our little differences, but he's like a brother to me too.
You already know he is.
He's really cool. Yeah, I know him. That's the crazy part. I know him longer than I know Melly, so we just had a little.
What's Melly's relationship with Cortland Henry?
Got you.
The same. Like they known each other for a long time. They all went to school together. They were like brothers. They were in a rap group together when they were younger. Yeah, they love the studio. They bond at the studio. Even outside the studio, they always bond.
Would you say that Melly's relationship with Cortland Henry was closer than it was with Sack Chaser and Juvie?
Yo, what the fuck? Hey, this motherfucker crazy. What are you doing, bro? Yo, that's how these guys, they serious with it, right?
No, I wouldn't say that, no.
Do you think that he is capable of killing Sack Chaser and Juvie, Henry?
I don't think so.
You know it's going to evidence. That was the whole point of it.
A little bit into what happened that night. The night that you found out, first let's just start from this. When
definitely getting into the meat and potatoes.
That they were killed. Where were you and what was your reaction?
Yeah.
I was at home in Cocoa, and I was in shock. I was in disbelief. I didn't think it was true. I thought it wasn't true at all. Until I actually came down there and found out about it.
Who told you, or how'd you find out?
Look, don't answer that.
Don't answer that question.
Yeah.
Oh, the police are the ones that told you the story.
Huh?
It was the police who told you about the incident, I think.
Right. Yeah.
So.
Yeah. So yeah.
Look, dirty motherfucker boy. Look. And these people crazy, man. Yo, that's the fucking the goddamn whole case right there. Who the fuck told you? Because Melly said he found out late.
Found out through the police. Yeah.
They came to you and told you. And what was your reaction? Were you just shocked? Did you break down into tears? Did you say, what's happening?
Yeah, I was crying. I was terrified. I was scared. I was scared for everybody in the situation. Me and my mom went that way, and I couldn't, ever since that situation, I couldn't sleep for a few days. Like, I was just still in shock about the whole situation. So yeah.
Did you call Melly immediately and say, "Are you okay?" Or did he call you?
Don't answer that.
I went down there immediately.
Went down where?
To Miami, because I live in Cocoa.
Right.
So I went to Miami.
It definitely is.
But did you speak to him before you went down and said, "I'm on my way"? Or
no?
Did he
You
say?
you heard the lawyer. Look, whatever. Play it back.
To Miami, because
Listen.
I live in Cocoa.
Right.
So I went to Miami.
This to the lawyer.
But did you speak to him before you went down and said, "I'm on my way"? Or
no?
Hey, look, they got little hand gestures and sounds and shit. Like, yo, why I don't even know why he even set up to do this. She shouldn't even have done this, man.
Did he say anything to you about the shootings?
No, he never talked to me about the shootings.
So there's been a lot of back and forth that he had communicated to you about it and said that he was there, that it was a drive-by. Is that not true?
I know.
Wait a second. Mariah, Mariah's position, Jesse, is that
they probably, see, the thing is, they probably tricked him too. He probably didn't think this interview was going to be like this. That's why he just interjected. Like, listen to the question, bro. Like, you sound like a fucking prosecutor. Listen to the question again.
Did he say anything to you about the shootings?
No, he never talked to me about the shootings.
So there's been a lot of back and forth that he had communicated to you about it and said that he was there, that it was a drive-by. Is that not true?
No, it's definitely his fault.
Wait a second. Mariah, Mariah's position, Jesse, is that, she was never told by either Melly or Portland about the incident itself. She did learn about it, but she never had any conversation with either of those two individuals about
straight up incident. Hey, straight up, Tate. You ain't lied.
So the questions you're asking, I know everyone wants to know the answer to those questions, but I think that's what she's going to tell you, and no matter how many times you ask her that.
Well, I only asked her one time.
No, the fuck you didn't. No, the fuck you didn't. You asked her 7 times. So that's how you know he a prosecutor or something, or a lawyer. He asked her the same question. The last 5 minutes, he been asking her the same question. The fuck you talking about? If you know you only asked her what? No, the fuck you didn't. You asked her that same question 6 or 7 times. The last 5 minutes, you been trying to get that answer out of her, man. Let me go back again. Look, you a dirty motherfucker, man. Dirty bastard.
No.
Did he say anything to you about the shootings?
No, he never talked to me about the shootings.
So there's been a lot of back and forth that he had communicated to you about it and said that he was.
It's the second time.
That it was a drive-by. Is that not true?
Wait a second. Mariah, Mariah's
he asked about 5 times
Jesse,
the same question.
That, she was never told by either Melly or Portland about the incident itself. She did learn about it, but she never had any conversation with either of those two individuals about the actual incident, anything that happened.
I know, man. They doing Melly dirty, man.
So the questions you're asking, I know
I can't believe the government ain't get involved yet.
But I think that's what she's going to tell you, and no matter how many times you ask her that.
Well, I only asked her one time, so I'm just curious if she says she didn't know anything about it, she didn't speak to him. I mean, I'm sure Mariah can tell me that, but I'm just curious.
Yeah, well,
okay.
why?
Well, I want her to tell you herself, but I don't want this to turn into an interrogation. More, if she tells you she doesn't know, she doesn't know.
Right, like, but you see, he try to not disrespect the platform, but keep it real. That is what this is. This is a fucking interrogation. This is Vlad TV finest. That's what this is. This is a Vlad TV special. The interrogation of fucking Mariah Hamilton. Like, come on, man. Like, you know what the fuck you doing, bro. Don't play stupid now.
And it's not going to help to try to get into the
yeah, I think so too, Chelsea.
The after conversations.
Definitely going to destroy you on the stand.
Well, I hope, Mariah, you don't think this is interrogation, but I will tell you.
She probably gonna be crying like a motherfucker. Like, them prosecutors are great at what they do. And she is a weak link. That's why she been running all this motherfucking time.
Your lawyer did say that we could ask anything about the case, so I hope that this isn't a tension, but I just wanted to ask. If you don't want me to move on, I can definitely move on.
Move on.
Concerning the night, with what I have going on with the situation, I don't feel comfortable speaking on the situation from that night.
Okay. So let's talk about the trial. Did you watch it at all?
He mad as a bitch. Look, his whole facial expression changed.
What'd you think of it?
He pissed.
It was sometimes where I could watch it, and then sometimes I just cut it off.
No, the police put this play together.
Yeah, I hated it. Like, I didn't like it at all.
What'd you hate about it?
Just how the picture was painted. Basically, I didn't like that, especially if it's with me and my mom, and how we got like paid off when that never happened. So.
Yeah, I wanted to ask you about that. And by the way, if your mom wants to come in for this question, I would love to ask her about this too, because we covered the trial. Yes, your mom is there too. Hi. I just was curious. Hi. Good to see you. So I wanted to ask you real quick about this. That was a very heated moment in that courtroom between you and the prosecutor. What can you tell us about that?
Yeah, she was.
It just was a lot of anger with me because of everything me and my daughter have been through. What Christine Bradley's tried to put us through. I felt like we're getting persecuted more than the defendants. You know, I feel like the Cortland has more rights than I do. You know, I'm on a ankle monitor, and I'm supposed to be your witness. And when I'm telling you one thing, it's like you're not taking that for an answer. Even right before I came into the courtroom, I was in a little room with Christine, and she asked me a question.
That's the tactic. Get them upset.
Like, really, Felicia? Like telling me you do know the answer. Like anything I would tell them, you have to go back and forth with her with it. I'm going to file a complaint against Mrs. Bradley. That's something I'm talking to my lawyer about.
Now the prosecutor been thrown off the case based off of their interactions. She got took off the case.
With Dr. Detective Moretti. But we did just go to court. She had court on my birthday to have the ankle monitor off for her to get in front of the judge and say, like, I'm a flight risk. I'm not going to show up for testimony, and she doesn't want me to have it off.
Yeah,
so at this point, I don't want to testify, but if I have to, I'm going to go plead the fifth because at this point, I'm going to get arrested. She's trying to send me to jail. I mean, there's no immunity for me and my child.
Can you both make this clear for anybody who's following and haven't followed the complexity? Has there ever been a point when either of you were evading law enforcement, evading the ability to testify, and they were trying to track you down and you were not cooperative? If you can make it clear about that, what that means. Were you ever evading law enforcement or trying to testify?
When you say evade, I'm not going to say I evaded them. What I'm going to say happened was I was a travel nurse in California. She was serving subpoenas in Florida. I'm in California. You're serving subpoenas to my ex-husband's house. We don't live here anymore. I have an address. Christine Bradley has not had one sheriff knock on my door in Orlando, Florida, and serve me a subpoena, not once, ever.
Mariah, what did you think of your mom's testimony? As I said, it was heated.
Yeah, it really was heated. Like I said, I didn't like it. I just felt like she was painting a wrong picture for me and my mom, basically making it seem like we were paid off, and that wasn't the case.
And that we were running from her when our lawyer has called her on so many times, and we've even set up times to meet with her to get this taken care of. And it's like with her, it's either you go to jail, you say what I want you to say, or you go to jail. And I don't think witnesses shouldn't be treated like that.
And that's the reason why I haven't My daughter's pain because you're threatening me with jail if I don't tell you what I want to hear, and it's like that's not fair. I don't.
She's
like
never been to jail. She's had me in Broward County Jail. It's filthy. It's disgusting. I was treated like crap in there. I don't want my daughter to be put to that, do anything like that. So I went to jail for it.
Dang.
I'm not going to get into the
That's fucked up because her daughter locked up now for people that just tapped in. That's how we got to this point. And I'm gonna go back to the video. But her daughter is locked up now. They caught her coming back to the country. Now they ain't never specified where she was at. The fuck? Yeah, they never specified where she was at. Hit that like button, subscribe to the channel if you new. But let me just brief intermission. Take y'all to where we at. So this is her right here. She got arrested Sunday while re-entering the country. Charge satisfied, no bond submitted. Out of county warrant. So where's she at? They don't need to specify where she at. They don't need to specify where she at. I don't tell them where the fuck she at. They probably got her ass on Guantanamo Bay some motherfucking way.
Substance of it, but just so we're clear, there's never been a situation
She
where
just got locked
you
up
told
Sunday.
one story and then changed your story, because that's their accusation.
Their accusation is I told one story and changed my story, but they're not telling you that the story I initially told was because under duress. We're basically forced to tell the story. Are you going to take my 17-year-old daughter to jail? I mean, I'm not trying to see my child go to jail for anybody. So if the stories did change, it changed because of what they set into play. It's on them that the stories changed. But if I want to tell the truth, they don't want to hear the truth. They want to hear whatever they can hear to make a case against Melly to convict him for first double homicide and get the death penalty. That's what Christine wants. Or she wants my story to help her get that.
Let me ask you both this. Were you surprised that they went for the death penalty against Ynw Melly?
I was surprised. I was surprised they went with the death penalty because of the evidence. Because, I didn't even think he did it. The first person who ever told me that he did it was Detective Moretti. It never even crossed my mind.
Yeah, I know these
I was
they play.
My mother-in-law who was thinking that, because I knew he had gotten into other rappers, and my daughter actually got into an altercation with him and another rapper in California in a studio, and it happened maybe like 3 or 4 weeks before that. So I'm thinking that that's what happened. I'm thinking rappers or someone's trying to kill him.
Oh shit, she tried to put on young boy.
I was under the impression. I never once thought this young man, because he's always been happy. He's always been dancing. I've never seen him with a gun. So I never once thought that he could actually kill the 2 guys who I saw him with every time I saw it. It never crossed my mind.
And Mariah, what do you think again about they were going after him for the death penalty?
Yeah, it was crucial. It really hurt my heart for a minute. Even when he first went to jail, because it's like it was just unbelievable, honestly. But, especially with somebody he's with every day, 24/7.
Mariah, you said you watched the trial. The prosecution presented evidence about where the bullets came from. They presented text messages about whether or not he was involved in a gang. They presented evidence about that he might have I did that on social media. When you were hearing the prosecution's evidence against Ynw Melly, what did you think about it?
Honestly, I was just so in disbelief. Like I would watch it sometime and then I'd turn it off. Like some parts of it, I'd just turn it off because it was just like, I can't believe this. Like this is not what it's supposed to be. Like it's not supposed to be like this at all. So, yeah.
And forgive me, is it Felicia?
Yeah, Felicia.
What did you think of the prosecution's case?
I thought that she did a piss poor job. I don't think she's a good prosecutor.
She can't stand
I don't think she's a good person. I don't think she should even have that job. I'm trying to figure out what is Broward County doing with someone like her, presenting a case.
But that's where she went wrong at, man. She turned the witness against her, being too aggressive. She can't stand this woman at all, and I don't blame her. She got locked up. I think they locked her ass up at work.
Dude, I don't think she should be there. I don't think she knows what she's doing. So that's why I think she's doing all the manipulative stuff, is because she doesn't have her case together. she dropped the ball on so many things. Get your case together and stop making the witnesses pay for your mistakes. And that's what she's doing. She's made so many mistakes, her and Detective Moretti, to now it's falling back on me and my daughter to making everyone think that our testimony is going to make or break your case. Your case should not be based off of me speaking with him the morning of. I didn't think he did it. I didn't know he did it. So why would my testimony be the smoking gun? I don't understand why she would think that my testimony would help her. I don't understand.
The jury couldn't come to a decision. There was a mistrial. What was your reaction to that, both of you?
I thought that it was. I felt bad for Melly because I felt like to get this far and now you have a mistrial. I have to go through all this again. I just kind of felt bad for him because he's still in jail. Like everyone's thinking it's a celebration time because of the mistrial. This man been in jail since 2018.
Yo, that is insane. He been in jail that long, yo. Since 2018. So much has changed since 2018. Like when if he get out, he gonna come home to a whole new world.
Evidence is not even really there. So I felt bad for him. I'm not gonna lie. I felt bad for him.
I felt bad. Despite like what me and him have going on, I wouldn't want to see him in that predicament and in that position at all.
That should be, yo, that is illegal. I don't know how they're getting away with that.
What they're saying is true. So, yeah.
Were you shocked, Mariah, that they couldn't come to a decision, or were you saying, I can understand that?
I was shocked.
I don't know why. I think they lied to the.
Also, it's understandable, but I was shocked. Yes.
I was shocked. I thought it was going to be for sure not guilty with everything that Detective Moretti and Christine Bradley have done to.
But the system nowadays is not the same.
Especially in Florida.
Yeah. So.
Well, if this retrial happens, Mariah, I'll start with you. And they want you to testify. Are you going to testify?
Man, what? That shit tough.
I'm just trying to get the warrant lifted. I don't mind going to court as long as the warrant is lifted, which she's giving me a hard time with that. So I honestly, I don't have it.
Oh, so that was the same warrant that was placed on the 2 years ago. She just got caught for that warrant. Wow. I thought they might have lifted it and put another one on her, but it's probably the same warrant.
She's wasting taxpayers' money. She has me on a house arrest, man. I'm a nurse, she's just, the lady's crazy. I think this is her career. It's for her career or something. This is personal. And you can see from me in her testimony that it was very personal. Like, she has a personal problem with me. It's nothing professional going on with me and Christine Bradley. This is all like we have the same baby daddy or something. Like me and her have some beef with each other. That's how you can look at our testimony and see it's something personal going on there. So,
I have to ask. I mean, if you end up on the witness box again and she's questioning you, what's that going to look like?
I'm going to plead the fifth because I'm not. She wants me in jail. She wants to impeach me, and she knows this today. So why would I get on the stand in November when I already know what you intend to try to do to me? So I'm going to go ahead and plead the fifth. So she's going to waste. She definitely
going to get on that stand
in November.
Well, by the way, what did you both think of Melly's defense?
They're going to make him get on the stand. You already see what they did to the daughter. The daughter's been held. She ain't getting no bond. Mom Dukes is going to be the same way. That's why you should have never put your 2 cents in this shit. Stay the fuck out of other people's business, man. Like, prime example. This is a prime example where I need to stay. Well, now Melly was fucked up for even saying anything to this girl. Mom Dukes probably just tried to protect her daughter, but she ended up getting thrown in the mix. Mind your business, man. Mind your business.
I think they did a pretty good job. I think he had a pretty good defense team. I guess I've never met any of them personally except for that day, but I do think that they kind of did okay.
Mariah, what'd you think?
Yeah, I feel like they did good as well. They definitely did good. Yeah.
Mariah, I have to ask you, if Melly is acquitted, you kind of gave the hint that maybe there'd be a future. Would you, get in contact with him again? Would you communicate with him? I see what your mom's saying, shaking her head, but
friends. Probably friends.
Why are you shaking your head?
Because I just want to be done with that family. I don't want anything else to do with those people. Like, my life has changed tremendously. I don't ever want to see them again. I'm just over and done with it. I have no problem with them. I have nothing against them. But what has happened to me and my daughter, they could never understand. They would never understand. They don't know.
Alicia, real quick, do you have a theory as to what happened that night?
Hey, yo,
I think that
yo, that nigga just don't quit. Like, yo, what are you doing, bro? Do you got a theory as to what happened to that night? I swear, these guys are crazy, y'all.
maybe they pissed somebody off. I mean, these are rappers. They're going back and forth. They have all these beefs. I think someone followed them from the studio. I think maybe he pissed somebody off. I think, I say if he was in the car or not, I don't know. Maybe he was, and he doesn't want to tell them who actually did the shooting. I don't know, but I think that someone got mad because I just don't see him killing Sack and Juvie. I'm not even saying Sack a good person, because Sack's not a good person. I don't care why everybody paint this picture about him. He's an awful person. But Juvie, good guy. I don't think anything bad should ever happen to him. But I think that something pissed somebody off. I think Melly would have gotten shot too. I think he maybe was a target as well. He probably still is.
Any reason to think
that?
Yeah,
Mom D's more adverse than her daughter.
I said my daughter was just in. They just got jumped. They had just gotten jumped in Atlantic Records, I think, in LA.
Mom D's trying to put that shit on NBA YoungBoy. Mom D said NBA YoungBoy and them did it. That's what she keep referring to about the beef. Him and YoungBoy got the fighting right before that shit happened.
Records by NBA YoungBoy and a whole bunch of guys. That just happened. And my daughter has a scar across her back about this long from the scuffle, from the fighting.
What was that like, Mariah?
I was terrified. I thought I was going to lose my life that day, honestly. It happened so quickly. It happened so quickly. Like within a blink of an eye, we had just got to the studio and they all just started arguing and fighting.
Yeah.
And next thing you know, we're getting jumped by so many guys, and I'm trying to shield and protect Melly. And the guys are not trying to hit me, but I'm literally trying to lay on top of him just to guard him. And
when was this? How soon before the shooting was this?
I think this was in August of 2018. August,
about a month or so before the murders.
Yeah, it was August or September of 2018.
Someone took his chain or something. They took his chain.
Yeah, his chain fell and they took it.
Because they gave it back.
What started that?
We were outside and we were pulling up to the studio, and his friend Melly's Zach was like, there go NBA YoungBoy. So we all we're like, oh yeah, that is NBA YoungBoy. So he's like, I feel like we're gonna get into it with him. So I'm just praying, God, please don't let us get into it with these people. I hope not. So as we walk into the studio, he sighed, give Melly a look, he sighs him. So Zach, what's up? You straight or whatever? And he's he was like, yeah, I'm good or whatever. Then he just started saying stuff. And then Zach ended up saying something back to him. And then Melly was like, what's up? And he swung on Melly, they fought. And then the guys started jumping in. Everybody just started jumping in. I tried to jump on top of Melly to guard him. It was just a big scuffle.
YoungBoy that was deeper than them. They fucked him up for real.
It was horrible.
Did police ever look into this?
No.
Look at him.
No, it was just it happened and that was it. Melly chain fell, they took it and ran out the studio and left, and that was it, honestly. We never,
Wow. Before I let you go, I have two quick questions.
I bet you do.
First one was,
dirty bitch.
There was a lot made about YNW Melly's relationship with his mom and the way he spoke to her. Mariah, what can you tell us about that?
Him and his mom relationship, he loved his mom. His mom is a crazy lady, though. She's crazy. But he loves her. She just always tried to come with he just wanted her to be a mom. She's
I don't think YoungBoy like that for real.
She's gonna be on you about studio time, going to shows on time. She's gonna be on him regardless. And he didn't want her to do.
He cried too much when jail time. When jail came a part of the plans. If you really like that, what come with this shit. YoungBoy ain't trying to do a day in jail. You see the shit he going through, not man. Well, y'all don't want me to talk about YoungBoy.
Bump heads a little bit when it came to that, but he loved his mom.
She's a good
She
mom
was
to
just,
him.
she wanted to be a manager, and he was
Yeah,
like,
he didn't
"No,
want her.
just be a mom. I don't want you to be a manager. Just be a mom."
I think that clashed with him and her are that
Yeah, he
she
like
wants
he
to
ready
be,
to come home though somehow.
she wants to be more in the limelight. He
Young
wants
boy,
her behind the
they say young boy come home next month. I don't know how he always managed to make out. But he come home next month.
Yeah, he doesn't want. He wants her to be like a mom, a grandma mom, instead of a hip mom kind of thing.
I have to ask you your thoughts on what prosecution says is the biggest piece of evidence, the I did that message. Do you think Ynw Melly wrote that?
Yeah, because I don't know how
I
he doing
honestly
it.
don't believe so. When they was showing it, like from his Instagram, so many people had his Instagram password. I even had his Instagram password from time to times. Like
Yeah,
everybody
he get off
shared
way too much.
everything when it came to his phone, to his
That man,
social
young boy,
media.
I caught with 4 pistols, man. Boy, I caught with 4 pistols, and got 2 years. Got all his cases consolidated. Man, I don't trust him. I don't trust him at all. All his homeboys, every time he come home, his homeboys go to jail. I don't trust him. Something ain't right.
I used to be on there. I used to respond back to females all the time. So it was like I don't know if that's what he did or not. But I used to respond to females all the time. So I don't know.
What did you say, Mariah?
Just like, I used to say a few things, but I'm a changed person now. So,
Felicia, what do you think about the message?
I didn't take. I mean,
Exactly,
I don't
Tay,
think
you know
he
the
would
system.
even. I would hope.
That boy Point's supposed to be high as a bitch. All them damn cases he got. He supposed to be a motherfucking USP some motherfucking way. He probably in the camp. I don't trust him.
If he did do it, which I hope he didn't, what sane person would text that kind of crap after doing all this so-called cover-up, to cover up a homicide? You're just gonna automatically text out.
Hey, see, Cloud, you know what's going on.
Somebody, that's like confession. That's what confession.
Then remember when he came home, his house. Remember the last time he came home, his house got raided. The house that he owned in Baton Rouge. No, the house that he owned in Texas, and his homeboys got locked up. That's what happened last time he came home. Every time he come home, somebody go to jail. Shit don't add up.
101. I don't think a sane person would do that. I don't think a
I think so too, Jane.
She's saying he did to cover up his homicide. No fingerprints and no DNA and stuff, but you're going to just go confess to it later. I just think the state's reaching with that. I think they need to get better evidence. I don't think they're doing a good job.
Mariah, Felicia, thank you both so much for coming on and talking to me. I really appreciate it.
I don't trust him, yo. Like his whole history is wild. Sack Chaser talks beef with NBA YoungBoy. Sack Chaser. His whole history is wild, man. I don't trust that shit. That shit is strange. It's strange. Yeah, Kodak get off a lot too, but Kodak ain't catching no serious cases.
Pull up in Atlanta. Young boy already outside looking like this. She's like, man, like, they go young boy. I said, oh shit. Yeah, we might end up have to fade in it. So then we walk in, it's like a gate. He came out, but when I came up, he went back in. But then the nigga just started like, looking crazy still. Like, I fuck with a nigga, but I ain't friendly. Like, I ain't finna look scared and say what's up to you. So I asked the nigga, you straight? Me and Drew, we was like, straight? Then he was like, yo, I'm straight. Fuck you mean? Yo, I'm straight. Then he kept looking. And then I said, nigga, you straight again? And I said, ask nigga, you straight again? And then goddamn, his homeboys came creep-toeing like a damn penguin and shit. And then goddamn asked him, they were just talking. I figured they just really wanted us to pop off so they could shoot or something, whatever. But they was just in our face talking. And then, same thing, Melly looking at the young boy in the eyes. And he was like, the nigga doing the eye shit. And it came up. And then, same thing, Melly looking at the young boy in the eyes. And he was like, the nigga doing the eye shit. And it came up.
I ain't finished the story. That wasn't the whole story.
We put up in Atlanta.
Young boy already outside looking like it. The young boy in the aisle, he was like, the nigga doing the eye shit. Nigga came up. We inside the building. See, both fights was inside the building. That's why nobody ended up like gone. Like both fights inside the building. You know what I'm saying? We went outside and then we're like, this Walmart and inside the record label. Inside that motherfucker. So like, goddamn, young boy like, he talking to the Eli dude. He like, bro, fuck all that, man. I'm finna just pop off. So then he popped off. He hit Melly, boom. But it's some weak shit like, you'll think the nigga strong, but the nigga like body like dead. He hit his ass, boom. So like, Melly, when he hit him, Melly hit him 2 times, boom, boom. And that's when I popped off on him. Popped off on young boy. And then his niggas came after me. And they started boom, 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 boom. Melly hit on the ground. He fell on the ground because they had like bulldozers I had in. It was like 5 of them. So then, and then goddamn, Riri had jumped on Melly. So I got behind both of their ass. Like had jumped on Melly. So I got behind both of their ass. Like they both behind me. And like I let them boys take off on me for like 3 seconds. So then I just said, fuck it. They already hit me. I just started swinging back at their ass. That shit started getting cleared up. So then they ran, like the dude broke it up. They ran out the room. Then they came back in that bitch. Quando Rondo came in that bitch that time. Yeah, started jumping. Boom, 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 boom. Caught Quando Rondo's ass in the forehead. Boom. He caught my ass back in the forehead. Nigga jumped up in the sky. Jumped on my motherfucking chest. Nigga ran out. Niggas always running, dude. Everybody always run from my ass. They ran out. Boom. So then young boy tried to jump. Come hit my ass too. But Melly caught his ass. Boom. Hit his ass and shit. Boom. It was just over with. They just left. Got down, sent the chain back. Soon we came back to Florida. Boom. That shit did. We ain't go to the internet. They ain't go to the internet. That shit did. Just like that. Love them. Shit like that.
Yeah, so I think they're gonna terrorize her on that motherfucking stand. I ain't gonna lie. They gonna have to. I don't even know if Melly defense ain't gonna even be able to get next to her. But they gonna terrorize her on that stand. For real. See, Mom Duke's a little bit more, advanced. Mom Duke's ain't gonna let her get her. But the daughter, oh my God, she fuck around, start crying. She fuck around, be stuttering. She going. That's gonna be something to witness right there. I'm telling you. But if she fuck up, you can't be mad at her. That's Melly's fault. If she get up there and she say something she ain't supposed to say, can't be mad at her. She should never know nothing. Everybody want to be confiding in these females, man. Yo, you are never supposed to do that. That is the fastest way to go to jail. Lucky she ain't got no kids. That's the fastest way to go to jail. Because whatever the script is, that she gonna run, the state job is gonna be trying to take her off that script. I mean, ask her questions so she can get away from the script. Now we got on the island. Then we're gonna see if she really solid. If she can answer questions on the fly, questions that she wasn't prepared for. And that's how they're gonna do it. That's how they're gonna do it. That's how they always do it. But it's Melly's fault. Shouldn't have told that girl nothing. That girl wasn't supposed to know nothing. Absolutely nothing about anything that went on. Because all she gonna do is tell her mother. And that's what the fuck happened. Now Mom Dukes is involved. I'm trying to have a light on. Now Mom Dukes is involved. Excuse me. Hell yeah. That whole interview was set up by the prosecution. When I seen it, I'm like, yo, what the fuck? Who allowed that? That whole interview was set up by the prosecution, man. Just in case they couldn't get her, they at least have this interview. That was the whole play. See, long crime is with the play, man. I'm telling you. Look at the coverage on Diddy. They do a new video line on Diddy every day. Every day, a new video putting out wild allegations. And their coverage is always biased toward the prosecution. I told y'all what Law and Crime was created for. Law and Crime was created to get the narrative back. That's why they get all the views. That's why they get all the views. Any criminal case, any case, anything. Law and Crime gets all the views. And everybody else get the leftovers. But people don't realize Law and Crime is just a blog site. Law and Crime is not it's not CNN. It's not Fox News. It's a blog site. But it's disguised as a news channel. Most people don't know that. So most people watch Law and Crime and thinking they're getting real information, thinking they're getting information that they're getting from me, but that's not what it is. That's not what it was designed to be. It was designed to combat the bloggers. You know what I mean? It was designed to combat independent journalism. That's what it was designed for. But damn, that's fucked up, y'all. She gonna be sitting for a minute. We just looked at that video. When Melly trial starting like November, right? Hey Lord, when was Melly trial? I know it's at the end of the year. It's fucking January. She already had to sit all that time. All that time. I know she probably, and you never know. Shit, by the time court comes, she probably be pissed at Melly. September. She probably be pissed at Melly. You never know. You never know what the fuck. A lot can change from now until September. She probably get to thinking like, God damn, it got me fucking around with Melly ass, got me in this bitch. And you never know what she might say. For real. Her whole team probably changed. Whole team probably changed. It's a new Diddy documentary on Hulu. They doing Diddy dirty, y'all. But actually, y'all, this public lynching of Diddy might can help him in his criminal trial. Because there's no, with all this coverage and all this misinformation that's been put out, there is no way Diddy can get a fair trial in America. Fuck it. In the whole America. There's no way he can get a fair trial. Just look at how many people come over here. Every time we discuss Diddy, look at how many people come over here with misinformation that they heard from other channels or heard from Law and Crime Network. These are the jurors. You know, ain't no telling how much money Melly even got after all of this. I just don't like how they treat Melly. Like how you had a man on lockup for 3 years. Like that's why look how small Melly is. Melly damn near the same weight he was when he went in there. There is no way Melly should be that weight after being locked up for 6 years. Ain't no fucking way. He probably ain't been to the car. He probably ain't had commissary in 3 years. 3 years. They doing Melly greasy in there, man. He might not even be the same person no more. Like mentally. Like nobody ever talks about that. Mentally, ain't no telling where Melly at mentally. Ain't no telling where he gonna come home. He ain't no telling where he probably gonna be. I don't know how many of y'all ever ran into somebody, right? That spent a lot of time on lockup. Like that shit fucks with your mental. Fucks with your mental. You spend a couple years on lockup, you ain't never gonna be the same. For real. A lockup ain't no joke, man. Yeah, I can see that too, G, man. He probably ain't had the money to keep up no more. He gonna be institutionalized, man. That's why I don't see how people see, prison help, man. It's a lot more people that come back institutionalized. I got a homeboy that he caught a 5-year bit, did the whole 5 years. Man, he is fucked up. That bit fucked Joe up. He was not like that when he went in there. He be saying the wildest things out his mouth, the TV talking to him and all type of ill shit. I'm like, God damn, bro, you let that shit do you like that? Fuck, you let that shit get you like that. Everybody can't take jail in prison, man. Shit fucks you up, man. Fucks you up. But I appreciate everybody that tapped in. Y'all hit that like button on the way out. Share the live if you ain't already did it. If you can support the platform. My man Apple got the Cash App at the bottom of the screen. Baltimore swag. Now hell yeah, Kiko, man, my man fucked up, y'all. He did 5 years. He had 5 years and did 5 years. So that let me know he spent a lot of time on lockup. Ain't no way. Ain't no way you do 5 on 5. You had to spend a lot of time on lockup. Then he got involved in that gang shit, so I'm sure they was crashing him out. Now he is fucked up mentally. He don't even know it. Like he don't even realize how fucked up he is mentally. Oh my God. All right, y'all. The trolls coming in, y'all. I appreciate everybody that tapped in, man. Hit that like button, subscribe to the channel. It's another day of Keep It G News. Charlene, what it is? The woman lie. I can bet. You heard me. But I appreciate y'all, and I'm out.